Stay on my black mic.
Hey, Tuge. Hey, Tuge.
Pause that.
Hey, Tuge. We're live.
Like NBA.
Not only are we live, but we have a makeup day. The tardy student has showed up.
I know you thought when we said
don't talk until
Cam,
you introduce, kid.
Yeah, chill out. You don't speak yet. I know when we said Cam, you thought like the nigga with Pink's coming on with the Pink made Cameron the rapper. This is a rapper also, but he goes by Dean. But he goes by Dean most of the time. Dean most. Yo, imagine his name is Dean most of the time. Yeah. Dean most of the time. Can you come help us?
Dean most of the time you're
when
here.
I'm not sick.
Most of the time you're here. Other times you're sick. Cam is in the building.
Yes.
Give it up for Cam, y'all.
He has one adoring fan.
One adoring, mentally challenged baby fan.
Mad love out here. It's mad
but you made up the class you missed yesterday. You're here on the weekend.
It's the makeup test.
That's good.
So the dog threw up your homework and you got it back?
I got it back.
That's what's up, my John.
I'm proud of you, bro. Are you feeling okay? Because you had the tummy aches yesterday, right?
More than that, man. I wish it was that simple.
Did you have a Tums? Would you take a Tums or what?
Tums. Yo, I just took a pull off his vape.
Tums.
And Pepto-Bismol. Yo, I just took a pull of his vape and I dead feel sick, bro. Like, I feel it.
Yeah, I told you not to put your mouth on his fucking vape.
That sounds, yo, imagine you start calling our dick a vape. Shorty, I told you don't put your mouth on my vape.
I would never tell a shorty not to put her mouth on my vape. I would tell her,
would.
No,
you better.
Vape away.
Huh? I was trying to save your life.
Vapor.
Dumbass.
Yo, cheers to you little bit. Cheers to that cute little nigga over there, too.
You know, they say whiskey will
cheers
cure
to you,
everything.
Ange.
Cheers. Just do an air cheers.
Just do an air cheers. You're not allowed to get seen on camera. I don't want them to see how trash you are.
I'm too cute to be on camera.
Yo, she's a Siamese twin, so they share their words. She said, I'm too cute. There's two people saying that right now. Two heads.
Exactly.
I want a Siamese friend. Siamese twin friend. That's so. We don't see those shits no more. They're real, right?
I think I've never seen one in life. I've seen them on like news broadcasts.
That's one of the things that scares me to death. Actually,
Siamese people.
Seeing that, I don't know. I just have a bad
seen
reaction.
one?
Yes, walking like they were attached by the
not
hip.
On Halloween
by the hip though. And they're walking like it's just scary to see, bro. It looks like The Walking Dead, but
what was that?
scary.
That movie stuck on you, stuck to you, or something like that.
Stuck on.
I think it was stuck on you.
Yeah, where they were brothers and they were attached to each other.
Greg Kinnear.
It was Matt Damon.
And Matt Damon. Greg Kinnear, Matt Damon. Why'd I say Greg Kinnear?
Matt Damon did some of the most random roles, if you ever noticed that.
Like, he's so good.
And he's a good ass actor, though.
Dumb shit.
Yeah,
And writer.
He writes some shit. Yo, but I really want one. I'm gonna they should have a site where you can find Siamese friends. I want a Siamese twin friend.
So where would you attach? Where would you connect?
Imagine bag a bitch that's a Siamese twin, but they're bad. Both of them bad. Like bad, bro. Like super bad.
Well, imagine a dating app for like
4 cheeks.
Would it be a menage or would it be?
That's what I'm.
It depends how many pussies they got. It depends where they're connected. If it's one puss, then it's one body.
It's one body.
That's crazy.
No, but it's double neck in one body.
Double neck.
Ooh, double neck.
Yo, so I was with these two bitches. They gave both of them gave me head, but only one of them let me fuck. That's what it's like.
That's wild.
So it's still a menage, but it's just you didn't fuck both.
But
not neck from both.
imagine, there should be a dating app for that, for like weird fetish. I'm sure some version of that exists on the black.
Can we find? Look up that porn. See if there's Siamese twin porn. Because I'm gonna start beating off to it if there is.
Right here now.
Do you guys got any weird fetishes?
Her whole computer's gonna go inside out. Short circuit.
The shit we be having you Google.
Actually, that's my
ass.
computer. Chill.
The feds are coming for you, baby.
Wait. Yeah. That's
yes, click it.
There's no way.
Click it real quick and play it off camera.
Yo, they real.
Hold that up for me. I gotta see this.
Are they getting clapped? Yo, I clapped them.
I don't know if that's real. That doesn't look real.
That's dead ass real,
That's
bro.
real.
I don't want to see it. That fucking
click it. Let's play. That's on Pornhub too.
I don't want to see it.
No,
don't blast it.
It's on horror
porn.
Oh, that's it's actually sponsored.
No, I bet it's fake.
Has to be.
It looks fake.
I don't care. Fast forward. I'll still be
fast forward. Who's trying to watch 30 minutes of this right now?
Jack-O station.
Imagine that was our whole podcast, like us watching Siamese porn.
Do they fuck eventually? So they're real. Nah, they're fake.
They're fake.
They have to take that off for me to really believe this.
They don't even look alike.
Can you fast forward? Have you never watched porn before? You get to the good shit.
And then you beat off for the last 2 minutes.
Wait, okay. That's one.
That pussy looks beat. That's horror. Horror pussy.
Yeah, no, they're just connected. No, they're wearing a costume.
It's almost how it would be, though.
One looks really old, and the other one's young.
Oh, he got the turtleneck. It man did not get circumcised at all.
He's getting whopped though.
Man got the Leonardo.
the ancient Roman.
It's giving good neck though. The one twin.
Yo,
all right, enough of this. It's turning me on too much. I might clap one of you.
Yeah. Yo, actually, that's funny you say that. I might clap on you because I have this theory, and it's a theory that because I have both of y'all on, well, I have you on all the time. But
she's a little freak, Angie.
All right, come on.
She can't stop watching
about that.
shit.
Hey, your shit's done. It thinks
Angie's still looking at it. Angie's just fascinated.
All the pop-up windows popped up, and it's
over.
It's a wrap. You're in a deep well of porn now.
Right.
Yo, I was gonna talk to both of you guys about this, and I actually wanted to kick it off by saying this because I have a theory, and I feel like this theory is something that I need to bring to you guys for your clarity, and you guys would be experts on this.
Cam's
all right,
gay.
good, because I wanted to talk fetishes.
This is a fact.
No, what I was gonna say.
Over here.
You telling the world.
Look, we don't have to dive too deep to know Cam's gay. We know that.
Right.
What I was gonna say is,
Pause that. Dive too deep.
Can you be true friends if you do not play gay with one another?
Okay,
Are you true? Oh, are you really mans like that if you don't play gay with one another? Because my theory is, you play gay as a heterosexual dude. You play gay with your closest boys since childhood. Like you just play gay, not do gay shit, but play gay. Like say, "What's up, cutie?" Because the first thing I said to Cam was some gay shit when he walked in, and the first thing I said to you when you walked in was some gay shit.
And I said some gay shit to Cam when I first walked in, and you. That's what we did.
I walked in behind Tuge, and I grabbed him at the waist. Like, and it was
Cam tends to blur the line a little.
He not only says gay shit, but then he also acts.
Yeah, physically. All right, everyone, that's a joke. But let the world know that's a joke. But physically doing gay shit is different than actually.
No, physically doing
play
gay shit is
talk, play gay.
Yeah,
it's a good point because I talked to Shorty about that, and I was like, "Listen, if you have a man,
is your Shorty a girl or
a man?"
I'm not aware.
I'll get to that later.
We're not sure.
It's her pronoun. The pronoun she uses is she. But
that's random when she has a dick.
But I was like, if you have a man that you can't play gay with, he's probably gay. You know what I mean? Like if you can't play gay with your boy,
like he's closeted somehow.
We have one of those. Gets mad serious. Yo, my nigga, I don't play like that, my nigga. He's a nigga that's clapping men at 5 a.m. and looking for them online.
Who are you talking about? Because the person I think you're talking about.
You know who I'm talking about, bro.
Exactly
who you think I'm talking about? We all know who.
No, time out. I want to make a point. The person I think you're talking about has started in recent years to play, and it's uncomfortable every time he plays. Like he realized 3 years ago, it's like, if I don't play, they're gonna think I'm Mo.
Nah,
so
So now
he started playing, and it's uncomfortable. It's so weird. Like the way he takes his. The way he takes it, it's just I don't like it,
stop, I'll suck your dick, bro. Stop playing. Like, that's not how we play. That's ew. That's Mo.
It's like
we'll say mad Mo shit to each other. We'll say Dan says I'm yelling everyone.
No. Also, I'm saying don't talk over each other.
We'll say mad Mo shit to each other, bro. Like, oh, you looking like a little cute little joint. Ooh, them thigh
I don't believe you. That's why I laugh.
Touch your body.
I don't believe you.
But then when your man's like, nigga, I'll suck your dick. Whoa, pause that. Like, we'll tell him to pause after we said mad gay shit. Because his shit just feels gay. Like,
he'll say it proper.
You know when you see bugs on television? Like, and he just, you start itching. Like, that's how your butthole starts itching when he says some gay shit.
I will give you fellatio. I will give you head.
I will give you head. Yeah, that ass, some shit like that. I will give you head, bro. That's some shit he'll play with. Like
that's when you know somebody's Mo.
Like, I don't know, bro. We're talking about our friend Twa, by
the way. You're not supposed to say his name, bro.
Nah, it's love, man.
It's Twa actually.
He's 6'9" out here, bro. It's sweet. He's 6'9".
6'9".
Yo, you know what he says to me all the time whenever I say like some ass cutting shit to him, not even gay shit. I was just cut his ass. He'll always say to me, "You love my dick."
Yeah.
And I'm just like,
when he sees this, he's gonna be like, yo, y'all niggas love my dick.
Yo, bro, the way you said that was grotesque. I just don't like the way you said it. I don't love your dick. I just love to cut your ass because you get so angry. I actually
love your ass for cutting it.
I love your ass because I like to cut at it. That's
exactly.
Why. Yeah, I mean, it's just, but obviously Twa's not gay. I have the flu. I don't think.
I have the flu, bro. I'm burning up right now. Bro, I feel like I got the flu from fucking smoking that vape, and I still want more.
Yeah, and you know what? Actually, don't vape while we do this because I don't want your fucking germs in the air,
That's
like
crazy.
coming out of your lungs every
Too
time.
late. That shit already happened to you,
bro.
Well, fuck that. Don't give me extra
been
doses.
vaping all
Vape that
over the
way.
Right.
I'll vape that away.
I already told you I don't accept that in this house.
I'll vape that way towards
You
edge.
not gonna vape into nothing.
Says the invisible person with a voice.
This asshole who a large part of his life, this man's life is health and wellness, and yet he vapes.
Yeah. I gotta be honest too. It's time to lay it down though. Because
Oh yeah, well let's do it now. Angie, throw it out.
hey,
He's gonna lose his mind.
by choice. By
Okay,
choice.
Tell us why you.
You're
vape.
a dean too, bro.
Yo,
That's
pretend
crazy. You're not supposed to
pretend
be
you're
vaping.
in court and you have to defend yourself as a vapor. What would you say?
That's a little dead ass.
Okay, no,
Well,
wow,
that.
but
Like
The
for health.
defendant is vaping.
Why do you vape though? I just want to understand.
Well, I did smoke cigarettes for a couple of years, so
all right.
I think it's just the addiction to nicotine at this point.
Yeah.
Or
That's why
oral
people-
fixation.
It is, yeah, exactly. It's oral fixation. I know people that chew gum, but for me, it's I need something. Pause. Oral
In your mouth.
fixation.
That's long. That's crazy.
He needs something to
That's
suck
wild,
on,
bro.
ladies and
That's
gentlemen.
wild.
Oh my god.
He needs to suck on something.
that has a base.
like a blow pop or something.
Yeah.
But
But bro, it's
can't-
also it's not that like it's like meditative out here when the in and out, the pulling into your lungs and then
I don't know about
blowing
that.
it out.
Not meditating.
I don't know about that.
Inhaling and
No,
exhaling is meditating. You don't need
it's
smoke.
calming. Well, first of all, meditation, the art of meditation, one of the tenets of it is
Inhale, exhale.
Inhale, exhale, breathing
Not
deep,
with
and focusing
smoke,
on your
though,
breath.
bro.
I know, but I can see how it could be calming to somebody who
I think I just spit on your lip when I said
Yeah,
that.
you did.
You licked it.
No, I did. I'm like
You
this.
like that. You like that,
We
bro.
can
A whole
rewind the
nother
tape.
level of game.
Rewind
We
that
can
shit. He
rewind the
licked
tape.
that
The
shit.
first thing I did is
Nigga
go like
licked my
that.
spit. Nigga kissed me just now.
But to be
Fuck
fair,
outta
I thought it was my own spit, and so I just went like that and I wiped it.
it was all me. I peeped
Damn.
it.
So you watched the spit leave your
And
lip.
I was gonna play it off and act like it didn't happen until you licked it. Then I was like,
I
what?
didn't lick it, but all right.
Nigga tongued.
Spit like a
All right. So you're a vapor, but you go to the fucking gym every day.
yeah. It's
How does that add up?
counterintuitive.
Yeah.
It's counterintuitive. I will say this: I stopped smoking for various reasons. Like it got difficult to perform tasks, like go to the
Sex.
gym. Actually, I will say, like sex, you don't have that much stamina. You wouldn't have as much stamina. Not
You're trash in bed.
not
We know.
sexually,
Yeah.
but just like going in because you're
Yeah, because you
you're
usually
winded.
fuck for a minute, so now it's like 20 seconds.
20 seconds out here.
Yeah, it's crazy, bro. It's crazy.
So-
That's noticeable, even
Yeah.
if a bitch can't see good.
That's like half.
Or-
That's 2 pumps.
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? But
So
with that-
the word is that you're gonna give up the vape pen.
I have to.
And by the way,
I
you
have
don't do like the little jewel stick. You do the heavy duty hookah.
No,
Yeah,
like this
the
is
man's in a hookah lounge every time he pulls.
bro.
one.
When he
Let's be clear.
releases, it's a cloud of smoke.
This is healthier than Juul. 'Cause
that shit is
Juul-
polluting. The
You know what?
Juul
Dude,
has
give
so
us
much
one.
more pollutants
Give
in
us
it.
one puff of air real quick. I just want.
Show these niggas.
Like a vape?
One. Give me one.
It's gonna look like a ghost came in here. Watch.
Yeah, bro. This is
As
getting
soon as
spooky.
he blows out, it goes. Ooh, I'm on the
Look at this. Look at this.
podcast.
Hold on. Hear that. Hear that. Let's ASMR this real quick.
Don't try to take a light joint, bro.
Damn, bro. That shit is a fucking
it's a
cloud,
lot.
bro.
This
I'm
shit
in a lot of.
looks like-
I'm in a cumulonimbus right now.
Word.
What's
That's a lot of
fuck?
smoke.
Whatever that is.
That
Wow.
way.
It's a big cloud. It's a big fluffy cloud.
But it's a bad habit. It's not as bad as smoking. I'll tell you that.
Oh my god.
No,
not as bad as
that's actually not true.
That's not true. They
You
said
know-
it's like a pack of
You
cigarettes.
know why it's
One
not
never.
true? You know why it's
One of
not true?
those.
Yep. Well, hold on.
I'll tell you the clear difference. And
You
this
know
is
why it's
something I
wait. Let me
physically
tell
felt.
you, and then you can defend it. The reason it's not true, that statement, I think the results are yet to be known because it's such a new thing that the
They haven't had years to
sample size
study it.
hasn't collected enough for people to study it for
I
the
read-
medical community to study it and the
That's-
effects of it.
I agree.
But
I
they
agree.
banned e-cigarettes bro, because they say it's worse than cigarettes for you.
Because when cigarettes were at its height and when they first came out, they said it was actually good for you. They said it was like weightlifting for your lungs. Oh, just wait, it's good for you. Blah, blah.
Yeah,
And then it
works out your lungs.
took modern medicine to
For
catch
niggas
up
to
to
get
that.
cancer and die.
I think it's mostly political that they're doing that because how many tobacco companies have their money in something political or financial, right? Versus vape. I don't
Yeah,
think they're
but
that
also,
big.
You're
do
cherry
you know how
picking.
long it took? It took fucking tobacco companies and shit to fight to get that shit able to be sold. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like the same with them niggas. They ain't fight hard enough. You know what I mean? So maybe they got to fight. But at the end of the day, I believe it's worse, and it's fucking electricity on top of that. So who knows what's in the fucking
What's cooking that shit?
What's cooking that,
Yeah.
my jada?
That's great. You just
I'll
took a
smoke
pull.
it. I don't give a fuck. I smoke crack. You think I care about that?
Yo,
Nah, but this is what
I've
happens.
tried everything
Can
in
I-
life. Every drug except heroin.
I want to break down. This is how I physically felt. I work on the 3rd floor. There's 3 flights of stairs. Every morning I would walk up because I felt like it was like me giving confession or something like that. It was like compensation for smoking, right?
I'll help you out here.
When I was smoking,
I feel like 6ix9ine, all these big words y'all using. I feel like 6ix9ine. What does that mean in court?
but I would be winded every morning when I got up to the top flight. And versus, but that's when I smoked cigarettes. Now, when I started smoking vape, I mean, a week later, I was good. Like I would go up to the top flight of the steps, and I was all right. I wasn't breathing heavy, and I feel like through the vape, it's not as heavy on the lungs.
But what did you smoke?
Physically.
Newports, my nigga? Like,
Newports.
That's the worst cigarette you can smoke. That shit has...
This crazier shit.
I mean, there's Cowboy Killers. There's fucking American Spirits that Aries smokes and shit. Shout out to Aries lungs. And
American
fucking
Spirits.
Yeah,
I feel like that's something that somebody from Oklahoma.
He's about to be a spirit.
That's Indian people. Like, this is Indians get back for niggas taking all their land. They said, we're going to mix cigarettes. I don't know if that's not how they would say it. We make cigarette. How would they say it?
I don't know, bro.
Littlefoot, we make cigarette. Water Ponder, we will make cigarette.
You've watched a lot of old
white
westerns.
men to smoke.
Yeah.
Yo, one day I'm that drunk in this Indian club with my Indian club was racist too. In this Indian club with my homie Johnny. You know Johnny.
Indian as in from India, not a Native American, correct?
Yeah, Native.
Because I want to say, hold on,
from India. Like,
hold on, I want to say this funny point real quick because it is hilarious, and I remember.
My nigga, put that bumper sticker up if you're gonna just do that. Bro.
All right, beep 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 bumper sticker. Now you can't get mad.
You don't have to say beep beep. What type of weird shit was that?
I'm coming through in a truck. I got a lot to say.
Yeah, all right,
nah, but what I was gonna say is that Louis C.K. had this hilarious joke.
Oh, you're going somewhere way different.
No, I'm not. He had a hilarious joke where he was talking about how the first settlers that came to America looking for India, right? And they come to America and they meet the natives that are here, and they go, oh, this is India, right? Because obviously they didn't have maps and shit. They didn't know where they were going. They're like, this is India, right? And they were like, nah, man, this isn't India. He's like, no, you're Indian, right? He's like, nope, whole different place. He's like, you're Indian. And for the rest of time, we've called them Indians. And they're not Indians. They're Native Americans. They're indigenous people of Central, Southern, and North America.
More, like almost as much as fucking black people, bro. Native Americans.
I want to say
they're not Indians. Indians are from India.
Like,
they're there with us, though.
Yeah, we went through some shit, bro.
Yeah.
I still got scars on my back.
Actually, the original sin of this nation is the genocide of the Native American population.
Yeah.
But
people don't even know.
But I mean, they got raped and shit too. They got their land taken from them, stripped from them.
I'm just saying that preceded slavery. But
but these people were Indian that I'm talking about, and I'm not racist.
All right, that's why I wanted clarity. So it's Indian people. Okay, Indian people.
Nah, but I did that shit in the club. We were in the club chilling, and I'm like, yo, it's lit here. Yo, nigga Johnny's like, yo, do not do that, Tuge.
That's
like,
crazy.
That's crazy.
Native American, though. That's not Indian.
That's why it's racist.
But I'm just saying you were in a club full of actual Indian people, not Native Americans. So why? Where's the?
That's what makes it racist. I'm calling them Native. You know what I'm saying?
You're calling them that.
It's like the Oriental flavored oodles and noodles.
Yeah, that's
the most racist shit in the world.
Yeah, that's not cool.
That Oriental flavor is so racist.
What is
How you allowed? Yeah, what is that?
That's like,
and it tastes like lo mein.
Hispanic flavor.
Yeah, that's like they may have a watermelon and chicken flavor and call it black flavor.
Yeah.
Like, fuck out of here.
That's different.
Yeah, Oriental. If you did, the definition is of, from, or characteristic of Asia, especially East Asia. But yeah, apparently that you don't say that anymore. And that's common knowledge.
Yeah, that's mad racist.
Yeah.
Latino, you can say for like many of Spanish
Latin people. Yeah. I guess. I mean, Cam,
Latino, shorty, right?
So is Cam.
Yeah.
I'm what I would refer to as a black Tino. I want to coin that. Black Tino.
I'm pretty sure someone said that before.
Mario Van Peebles used to say that all the time.
All right, but anyway, we've skirted the conversation about Cam's lungs, which are Black Tino themselves.
Yes. Them shits ain't got Tino.
Black Tino heat.
Them shits is not Tino. Them shits is Don Cheeto.
Don Cheeto. Yeah, bro.
It's just Hotel Rwanda.
Yo, bro, I would be really happy.
Welcome to Wakanda.
I'd be happy. And actually, I was saying this to Angie yesterday, and I do want to segue into what the fuck happened to you yesterday, why you didn't show up for the podcast. Yeah. But I was saying this to Angie yesterday, and I said, yo, Cam, I have noticed gets sick more regularly than most people that I know. I can say, considering like all the people I hang out with, is you're the only one that I know that regularly engages in smoking vapes. So is that the reason? Is that depleting?
System, weak legs.
Is that depleting? Yes.
We know bad legs. Slinky legs.
I will Chung Lee you. I will Chung Lee you
My ice cube just shot
the ice
me.
That's
crazy.
My ice is popping, nigga.
Hold on. All right, so Cam,
I'll tell you why I get sick.
But real quick,
But
is there nothing valid in that train of thinking? Like, why would Cam get sick as often? I know you work in a school, which is a part of it also.
That's a huge part of it. When I started working at a school, actually, I got way more sick than I normally would. It's a cesspool, but it does contribute to
You called the kids a cesspool. Let's just get that out there.
That's a cesspool of
He lost his
bacteria,
job.
These fucking germ children.
These fucking cesspools.
Go ahead.
Hey, cesspool, get to class.
We have hand sanitizers, but after a while, it becomes ineffective, right? And it actually makes you less prone to like disinfect your hands.
Right.
Like it weakens your immune system. So, I mean, like I usually dab kids with the fist bump when I feel like there's a lot of sickness going on.
You gotta hit him with the elbow, bro. That's too close. Fist is too close.
And some take offense to it because like these are kids who they really rock with you.
You'd be like, pardon the bump.
They really rock. They dap you 3 times a day.
Dean most of the time. What's good? And then
Dean most of the time.
And then you give him the fucking fist bump.
And they're like, yo, that's how you feel. I'm like, you're
Black
sick.
power, kids. You know what I'm saying?
But yeah, like working in a school when I first started, like it's been 6 years, I think now, which is crazy. And,
so 6 years of depleted.
You've been a
weakened
dean
immune
6 years, bro, and I didn't know that. You're Mr. Jacino all the time.
I was actually...
He's Mr. Feeney.
He's out here trying to be someone's role model, and
no, that's fire to me, nigga. I just feel old now.
It was never something I thought I would do or wanted to do, but yeah, I met this black chancellor when I started being like my first year as a dean. He was like, "You're one of the youngest in New York City. You might be the youngest." I was like, "That's crazy."
Oh, so now I feel young again. Good, thanks.
That's good.
Even though you're lying, bro, I appreciate
What's up,
that,
bro? You've been an educator for 26 years. I mean, for
26
for
years.
6 years.
I am that old.
For 6 years, yet you have not learned how bad vaping is for you.
But I don't feel like deans
shit.
are educators. I feel like they just put kids on detention and.
The typical one, yeah. Like the typical dean in my mind, when I got hired for the job, it was like, okay, what am I supposed to do? Hand out detentions? That's whack. I felt like I had imposter syndrome. Y'all know, like, y'all ever heard of that?
I know what Stockholm syndrome is.
I wasn't captured or captive, but
It seems like you're held captive by the board of ed.
By the board of ed.
Yeah.
Nah, but it's imposter syndrome because, like,
You didn't feel like you belonged.
I didn't feel like that's who I was. Like, I felt like I had nothing. I didn't want to act that as a position of, like, authority when I felt like I defied authority most of my life. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I feel that.
And
But
my
yet
deans, I couldn't relate to any of the deans I ever had.
But then you become the dean that daps people, and I'm not trying to make that funny. I think that's way different than the way we went to school. I didn't dap no fucking teachers in the hallway.
I mean, Jacino used to be mad cool and dap kids and all of that. Not dap like how we dap. He'll be like, "Hey, what's good on? How you doing, buddy?" You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
showing you
shit
love
like that. But yo,
I don't know. Him
speaking
touching
of
your head.
deans-
Him touching your head's a
Nah, he's
little.
like, "Yo, what's going on, buddy? How you doing?"
See, hold on. If Twa said that, I wouldn't be okay with that. See,
Nah,
if
you
Twa
don't feel
touched the
like
back of my head and made me try to
You'll
force,
feel like he's gonna think about that when he's beating off later. Like he's
we'd
really
fight.
good.
We'd fight.
Yeah, you have to throw hands.
We'd fight. He'd lose. He'd wake up and be like, "Ah, fuck, man, I'm the face of this shit. How you put hands on me like that?"
Yeah,
Like,
yo,
bro,
but real shit.
Don't ever do that.
Yo, when I think, oh, you want that veen?
Yeah.
All right, Dean.
Vino, mucho
Veen,
vino.
sitting next to the dean drinking veen.
Drinking
Yo,
vino.
listen though, when I think of a dean, I think of Mr. Jacino, our dean. Like, well, not yours, Dan. I always
What was
feel
he
like we
built
went to
like?
school
What-
together.
so
We
you know
really
what's-
like-
yo,
I'm
can I-
curious.
let
What
me-
did this guy look like?
Hold on. Let me put you on real quick.
What did your dean look like?
bro?
That's my
you-
question. That's
I
always
gotta
my-
say this. I gotta say this
Just
before.
say it. Go
I
ahead.
gotta
You
say this
bumper
because-
sticking ass.
No, because
nigga.
it's gonna get too far past it. Yo, this is hilarious, bro. You got to realize what Tuge is referring to. This is how uneducated this kid is in terms of going to school and paying attention.
I left out of school in fucking college
Yeah.
though, bro. I went far.
Okay, I understand, but he's
I'm
every time
Kanye West, nigga.
every time he references his dean, he's referencing his dean from elementary school. So understand,
Because that's
this is
the
where his
dean.
brain stops thinking about school as
Bro.
after elementary school.
But who's thinking about the dean in high school? Really? Like, I'm not.
Most
thinking
people,
about that.
most people attribute their high school experience.
I don't think we had a dean in elementary for us. We had
I
like the
didn't.
principal and assistant principal.
Yeah.
Well, listen, this is why my dean's the most memorable. That's the most memorable dean to me, bro.
Yeah.
Is because I put that nigga through hell. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I spent most of my middle school experience in his office.
Was he relatable? Is my question.
No.
What did he look like? What was his
I don't know
demeanor?
what he was. If he was Indian or fucking light, a white man that went to the tanning booth every day.
Well, first of all, Jacino sounds like an Italian last name.
He had an Italian vibe, but he was like,
I think he was
my color, or little,
I think he was Sicilian or an Italian gypsy. He
might have been a
gypsy.
He was a gypsy. He was a fucking gypsy. A fucking gypsy.
So that's my thing though. Like I was like,
which are descendants of India. And while we're at it,
let's keep poking at India.
No offense.
Keep poking at the baseball hat.
No offense.
I actually
India.
found out like last year I had Punjab in my family. Like my great grandfather was Punjab.
Oh, so you're gonna be working on cars if you don't keep this Dean shit up.
But bro, that's crazy.
That's mad racist.
Today you're on some shit.
I love being racist. Nigga, that's what I do.
Joyner Lucas.
Nah, I'm all the way. Yeah, I'm all the way racist. Never Joyner though. He's a pie. Yo,
you've done a track with Joyner Lucas.
Yeah, I've done a track with Joyner. He's told me he looked up to me. It's a whole story.
Do you think you bodied Joyner Lucas on that track?
Everyone thinks I bodied him. I just rap. I just let people tell me what they think.
What was the topic?
It was Aries, him, and Joyner Lucas.
The topic was Make the News.
Yeah, the song was called
and
Make the
I
News.
start off my verse as a news reporter, reporting about myself. So that tells you everything.
That sounds fire already.
It's about
it.
it.
I gotta hit
Yo,
this.
but
Joyner did do his thing on that.
He did. But who do you
Joyner
think
can
won?
rap. Joyner
but
can
who
rap.
do you think won?
You want me to tell you for real?
Who's your friend?
You want me to tell you for real? Tuge's my friend.
Nah, but who do you think won bar for bar? Like who won that?
Your shit is hotter, more creative than his, but I didn't think the mix was good on your verse. I think whoever mixed it.
We're not going by mixing. We're going by bars.
All right, but what I'm saying is that I think the public
performed live.
I think had the better bars.
I think the public would have gravitated towards his verse a little better because it was cleaner and it was like yours was complicated for them to catch. Like you just said, you came in doing a news report. Hey, here, Jim.
Thanks,
this
Jim.
just in.
Apparently, there's a guy so fly, he didn't fly, but he's in customs. Flipping that Bentley on time. He calls that spur of the moment. He's balling like a spur of the moment. I swear, he keep thinking he's Tim Duncan.
Yeah, so his verse was really complicated. He had a lot of layers and different
like
flows
all
in
my
it.
verses.
Yeah.
Okay, and I think, and Joyner just rapped. You know what I'm saying? Like he did what he does. Did a fast flow or whatever.
This is part of the problem too. For me, I
mixes matter is what I'm saying.
They do, but I like for me
to have to listen.
What school of hip hop do you want as a consumer? Like for me, I like Nas because he's complicated and I'll catch shit.
But
10
how
years
clean
later.
is Nas's work? It's clean.
It's not always.
He doesn't double up his verses. He's just rap.
Dan is like
my argument's not about cleanliness of the mix. It's
I care
about
about the
versatility
vocals.
and about. Like I like complexity in music. I like
me too. I like to
say
say the most and have the most, and your one verse should be an album. Like you know what I'm saying? That's what I
agree,
believe in.
but also
Dan likes to be baby on.
No. I just want it to be digestible. I want it to be packaged in a way that's digestible. So
you know when you go to the rub and tug, you know how she like some niggas just get the rub and tug. This nigga wants the bath.
You said that like that's a regular Friday night.
Yeah, I do that shit on Sundays.
I honestly think, bro, you do professional industry level. You have professional industry level ideas, but you don't have the people that can help you execute it to its full capacity. Whether it be the engineers recording you, the equipment recorded on, like the microphones.
That is true.
The engineers, the I said engineers already. The people mixing, mastering. So if you don't have
I feel like niggas can't keep up with me.
So
though.
it's kind of like this. It's kind of like if you try to hit a target that's really far and really small. And you're like you're a really good shot, but you miss by just a little. It becomes glaring. You're just like, man, if he would have just nailed it, it would have taken off. But he just missed it by a little bit, and I can tell. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and that's where I have an issue with.
But I think
and I don't think it's your fault.
But again, you're talking about old Tuge though. You're not talking about Tuge now. That's what I'm talking about.
But you always had this ahead of your time. Mind, and that's why sometimes things don't add up to its full potential.
But what the fuck am I going to be able to talk about my fucking middle school experience with my dean? Like this nigga be bumper stickering, like he bumper stickers, but he's in front of you all the way to fucking Oklahoma though, my nigga. Like,
hey, I got
cut you off and then slow down the brakes. He slowed down on the road.
Like, fuck that is.
My bad.
Stay here a while.
I was just gonna say my experience with Mr. Jacino though, why he sticks out to me so much is because I spent most of my childhood in his fucking office to the point where I was the worst. He hated me like, Johnny, again, come on again, Johnny, again, let's go on my office again. Yeah. Johnny, I know it's fucking Johnny. You know what? Tomorrow morning you come to my office. You don't even go to do now. You don't go to class. All that shit. So I had to go to I started going to school to his office.
That's my experience with deans too. Like,
yo,
it's like that angry motherfucker who's not really angry. But he's just overwhelmed and
he has
out.
to look angry to you.
Yeah, like he's playing a role.
Yeah, so me and this nigga, it could have been a movie, bro, because me and him start getting cool. Like he starts letting me get Chinese food, like order whatever I want out, and he'll take me with him to go to his like daughter's practice. Like he'll take me to his crib. He'll get mad cool. He's like, yo, you're a fun. Like I made him laugh mad times. Like, yo, you're a real funny kid. Like you could be like a celebrity. Like you could. No, he's like, you could be a comedian. He's like, yo, you're really cool, John. He's like, I see why you're always a class clown and shit like that. Like me and him got mad cool, bro. Like to the point where I got mad. Like kids would get mad at me. Like why this thing could do all the shit he could do in school. You know what I'm saying?
He fucked with you the most.
But yo, at the end of my school year, my nigga, at 8th grade, bro, you get your hats back, right? Bro, this nigga gave me literally, like it's talked about on my block to this day.
Oh, because they take your hat away at school.
60 fitted hats, bro. 60 fitted hats, bro.
It's fucking Christmas.
I didn't even know where to put all these shits when I got home.
She was like, Caps USA.
Because remember, I had the Caps USA in my room. Remember, I had the
Cap
wall.
USA or Caps USA?
It's Cap USA, my nigga. You capping though? Yo,
I'm not capping. I used to go to Cap USA.
Remember in my room though, Dan, when I used to have all my hats, like a wall of hats. My nigga, I couldn't hang them. No, I had like 4 hats on each hat on the wall.
Crazy.
You know, it's
like, yo,
before
crazy.
I got there,
I was fitted hat god.
We did that. We had like a closet. This is before I got there.
You take shit away from kids, right?
I did that like twice when this kid had fitted that said titties, and I was like, you guys, I was like, bro, what are you doing out here? And he's like, what? And I was like, just give me your hat.
These are the titties. These doesn't say titties. These are the titties. These are the titties. It's a baseball.
Yeah, you know what's amazing?
Like those kind of blatant things will make me say, yo, bro, you're bugging. Give me that till the end of the day. I don't even know if I'm gonna give this back because you're gonna get. Somebody's gonna cut your ass for this. Some of the time, I'll take away things because somebody's gonna cut their ass.
Childhood. Like,
yeah.
You know what's amazing about that story? Like you could argue that this guy inspired Tuge to be the entertainer that he grew up to wanting to become and everything.
I'm just saying,
you could say he helped you harness that. He gave you a lot of.
Shout out to Mr. Casino though.
He gave you a lot of inspiration. He gave you a lot of support. He gave your fitted hats back. You spent a lot of time with him. He educated you a little bit. And at no point did you think to ask him what kind of Indian he was.
Yeah, that's true. Yo, but he gave me my hats back. Let's make it clear.
Red dot of feather.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, when I graduated though, he gave me my hats back. Like, let's get that out there. When I graduated, he gave me my hats back.
Oh, okay. Graduated 5th grade? Everyone's going to graduate 5th grade.
All right, my nigga. Your jokes are flying all over the place. I'm talking about 8th grade, nigga.
Oh, I didn't realize he was your dean through 8th grade. I thought it was up until 5th grade.
Oh, okay.
Because to me,
your high school, your elementary was K through 8.
It was K through 8. That's why I got confused because I left after 5th. But you're right. Your shit went up to 8th grade.
Yeah, I could tell you left after 5th. You dumb motherfucker.
Yeah, and I didn't go back.
Mine was K through 8. No, pre-K to 8th when he still gave pre-K. You know.
Yo, but like, son. Yeah, I put that nigga through some shit though. No funny.
Oh, you got 60 fitted hats in return. Was your mom ever pissed? Like, yo, I'm buying you fucking fitteds and you're losing them in school.
Remember? You don't remember me? Son, back in the day, I used to throw my shits in the street and walk around. I used to do dumb shit.
Yeah, I used to do dumb shit.
I was known for throwing my fitted hat on the floor.
I have one memory.
Rolling, playing asses up, but I'll roll on the floor like so niggas don't hit me. Like with flea on though. Like
I remember one distinct memory of Tuge. I have a million memories of him, but one memory of him in class in like 2nd grade. I swear to God, I remember this shit. He had a pencil, right? And he had it on his desk, right? Like just the eraser part is on the desk, perpendicular, sticking up with the pointed, sharpened pencil just sticking up like that out the desk, right? And he's just banging his head like this, like some rock shit. And then he bangs his head into the fucking pencil, crazy. and he goes and then a piece of lead is just stuck in his forehead. Like my man, what the? He ripped the lead off.
You would have.
I was wild. Yo, but you know what I thought you were gonna say? What I used to do in school heavy.
You could have lost an eye. I'm just.
That's
can
a
we,
fact.
Can we address that?
Let's say I could have been Slick Rick, Fetty Wap, all the above.
Jesus Christ.
Yo, but son, I thought you meant this. I thought you meant I have like I'll take a pencil, right? Like say Angie's the teacher.
Mm-hmm.
I would take
well, we do role play that way sometimes. But continue.
Yeah, I know. Like, but what I would do is I would have the pencil like at the edge of the desk, but on that side, right? And then I'll hit the pencil
and flip it.
Hit the teacher. Yo, one day I hit my teacher in the ass, poked her right in the ass with it. Like, yo, like people to this day, like, yo, you're a hero, my nigga. I appreciate you. Like, shit you gotta watch out for, Dean. I'll tell you all the shit you gotta look out for, Dean. That ass, B.
Yeah, but I do.
Titties in the staircase. I seen every bitch's titties in my school in the staircase. Like, you had to show Tuge your titties. Like, I was like the first
teachers?
pimp. No,
what
women.
are you talking about?
I mean, not women. Girls. At that point, they were girls.
Bee stings?
Yo, but I dead was like the first pimp in school. Like, I used to make niggas pay me to see like bitches' titties, like the day Tiffany. Damn, they're gonna be tight. Mad at them. Oh shit, damn. Fuck it. They
don't
listen.
They don't listen to podcasts.
They know what it is. Yo,
or they're like Christian reformed women, and they don't.
They're definitely
they've forgiven you.
They're definitely not. They're slipperachis. Yo, but listen, so son, like I used to get paid in the schoolyard, in the staircase, all that niggas used to pay me bread for me to make them show their titties, and I used to give them nothing. I used to keep the bread.
Yeah, little did they know the best titties were under your shirt.
Facts. That's a fact. Now for mine, like that's high. That's high. That's diamond package. That was just platinum package. You gotta get the diamond package.
Yo, but I want to lob this to Cam too. This question, because I do think what's interesting is that, well, I've noticed at least that it is a different culture between teachers and students nowadays. Like teachers are younger, it seems like. So speak to that a little bit.
Kids are clapping teachers.
Well,
that's always happened.
They're not.
That's like in the South and like
not in the fucking South. That happens here.
I don't know about
the story about the Adam Sandler shit was here. That wasn't.
I've heard rumors my entire life. Like,
but I want to like. All right, so kids. All right, let's get back to that. Like. Yeah, there's much less.
Try to talk into the mic. I know you're not a pro.
Yeah, you're gonna lose your job after this, by the way.
By the way, this is the mic you bought. You got the new mic. So
shout out to my nigga for buying the mic too.
Hey,
real nigga.
I believe.
How bad did he want to be a part of this?
So bad.
So bad.
How bad did you want to touch my mic? He's been doing it all day.
Ooh, and his mic is black too. Shit.
I think all our mics are black. I don't know if you are colorblind.
I forgot you got a
have
black
selective
blogger.
color blindness.
Your beef is black?
You're getting black.
I think about on this mic. What mic are you talking
I'm talking
about?
about the mic under my shorts.
Oh, his is black too.
Yours is too, I heard.
Every white person.
I don't want to brag.
Yo,
but
you know what used to, hold on, can I say this? This used to be the thing that, so I've had a weird experience.
Yeah, just bumper sticker Cam now. Keep
no,
going.
we're gonna get right
You're
back to
on a
it.
fucking roll of bumper stickers right now.
Bro.
It's like you own 5 cars and you have different people driving them.
Yeah, but I want to say
for
this.
you.
I want to say this because it's pertinent to the conversation we're having right now.
Pertinent.
So I've had different experiences with the girls in my life. I've had the black girl who was super into wanting to fuck a white dude.
African American girl, bro. That's racist.
I don't think so. But continue. I mean,
please
continue. You tell yourself to continue.
Let me continue.
Continue.
So there's been different types of girls that I've met in my life. The black girl who wanted nothing more than to fuck the white dude. And that sort of chick. Then there's been Spanish girls that liked white dudes, but then there's Spanish girls, and I typically find this to be of like Spanish women.
Listen out, Angie.
Mm-hmm.
There's the girls that like white dudes, and there's the Spanish girls that like black dudes. Now those girls, like I'd be interested. Like, oh, what's good with this girl? Like, she looks good. She's a good looking Hispanic girl, Puerto Rican, whatever. And I remember hearing all the time, and whether it was about me or other white people, that I always hear fucking Spanish girls say this: "Ew, fuck out of here with his pink dick. Like, I don't want to fuck that with the pink dick."
It usually splits down the middle though.
And so, and I've always thought, I remember being a kid and looking at my dick in the mirror and be like, "My shit pink? That shit ain't pink. It's not pink."
Because you didn't fuck enough. When you fuck enough, it turns pink when you're white. When I was white, my life before this.
No, you beat off way too much, it sounds like.
No, bro, for real. You haven't fucked until your dick hurt.
I just think there's this, maybe a ginger white dude has a pink fucking dick.
Your shit's never turned pink from clapping too much.
Pink, bro?
You're white-dicked. Of course it turns pink.
My dick is darker than my skin.
Red.
He got some sun on him. Like, he ain't like a real white guy.
I don't want to know what Dan's dick looks like.
I'm whatever.
I want to know.
When she says, like, yeah, sun on him, start
show me dick right now.
Stop what you
I'll whip it out and put it right on his table.
And
yo, only hit this part. No, it would only hit this much of the table. But
you know what? I've seen it because your man's moan. He just whipped it out the other day, and I was like, bro, I'm not doing that with you.
But you liked it, though. It was cute.
I do the Clapton.
If your dick is cute, bro, that's not big. My dick is ferocious and scary.
I'm talking about color. You're talking about
size.
Never refer to a dick as cute.
Why are we talking about your pause this whole shit?
It's not even about my dick.
I'm making a deposit.
It's not even about my dick. It's just about the fact that there's some Spanish girls that like black dudes and some Spanish girls that like white dudes.
Right, cool.
And I'm gonna tell you the difference between them too when you're ready.
Bump me off.
I'm gonna bump back to the original lane you put me in, which is
go ahead.
Yeah, these teachers nowadays, they're like 25, 24, and they're more relatable. But at the same time, there's more of a generational gap. And when I say that back when we were like 18, from 14 to 18, you were more in tune with a 26-year-old than you would be today. You know what I mean? Like music taste, style of dressing. You wanted to imitate people who were a little bit older than you back then, right or wrong. Like you wanted to imitate the Hovas and the why'd I say Hova?
Yeah,
like
Dan definitely, because he used to wear like the Yankee hat crunch with the white button
like
up.
Cameron. Like
he wanted to be Hov bad.
Yeah. Like you imitated those.
I was more of a Dipset nigga. Yeah,
they're doing their own thing now. Like they want to imitate the 18-year-olds and down. There's no more.
Yeah, they want to be a rebel. They want to be like, you know what I'm saying, their own shit. They want to wear a backwards pink shirt with Prince pants with the ass cut out because it's like, I'm different, nigga. Like, but really.
So you're saying that you're saying that the entertainers of today are thinking backwards. Like they're looking down for their inspiration.
Not they're looking down toward the demographic that they want to sell to. They want to sell to that demographic and they're targeting them. And the children, the kids that are teenagers are looking to them. They're not looking beyond 19. Because when you're 25, you're old. Back when we were like 15, if you said you were 25, it's like, all right, you 25.
You that nigga.
Yeah. You looked up to them.
When you're 30-something, you're old to us. Yeah.
Now when you're 27, you're an old head. So what I like,
Jesus Christ.
I feel like dudes be like,
you're a fucking
they'd be like, yo,
my nigga.
like they'd be like, yo, Fraze. They call me like my nickname is Fraze. Like, yo, Fraze. Yeah, my last name is Frazer. So they'd be like, yo, Fraze, which is love because
that's a trash name, bro. Like not last name, but that's a trash nickname. Bro.
Yo, Fraze.
Because whenever I hate when niggas have nicknames, it's hard to say at the end part. Fraze. Like, is he Fraze or Fraze?
Bro, your actual name is Tuge. No one has ever known how to pronounce your shit, bro, and yet you want to.
I hate my name.
But like when they do that,
your name's organic, but we'll get back to that.
But anyway, like
super.
They'll just be like, yo, you old, bro.
I'm fucking with you. That's fine, though. It's like Frazier, the fucking dude from the dude. That's the dude, though. The dude, white dude.
You know what it is? When they don't rock with you,
Frazier's
they don't make a nickname.
You nailed it.
You know what it is? When they don't rock with you, your name is your name.
Yeah.
Like they're not gonna call
Mr.
you
Frazier.
Mr. Frazier, can I bob the back?
Right.
Yo, Frazier, what's up, Frazier?
Right.
Yo, I'll fuck with Frazier. He's mad cool, bro.
Yo,
he let me.
They actually call me the cool dean, like to my face, and I don't like
you
that.
look like I was mad surprised you're a dean, bro.
Bro, you have a
me,
tat on your neck. You have a tat on your hand.
Yeah, you're gay. Like that's it.
Yeah.
Yo, the mole shit sold it over the top.
Of course, that sells now.
But yeah, man, I think it's definitely an interesting time where I think across the board things are changing, right? Like you're gonna people seemed old to us when we were kids. Like a 50-year-old seemed super old, right? A 30-year-old seemed old when we were 12.
50-year-old still seems old to me.
Yeah, but there's 50-year-olds that are doing like they're on their second life and they're like doing dope shit and starting from scratch again.
You know what, bro?
Yeah, like Hov is 50, bro, and
I look forward to 40. Not to cut you off. I look forward to 40 because like it's only been getting better in terms of my life, like in terms of realization of like myself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I feel like at 30, when I was 20, I was a buffoon. Like I was stupid, bro. I can't. If I cringe at the things I did at 20 versus 32.
Damn, that's good. I should think about that. Being that I'm 20 right now, bro. I should like.
Yeah, there's a lot you can do between now and the time you turn 30. 2 years ago. Huh?
What?
No, I don't know.
But bro, like I just feel like
see, we can kind of touch, and it's not that bad.
Yeah, it's like little
Twa did that.
You
touch. You touched
his hand. I touched his hand.
I gotta go take a shower if Twa did that.
But no, I feel you, man. I feel like everybody, and a lot of that comes from freedom, right? Like I know, and this might be an adjacent conversation, not the same thing, but like for example. People are starting families later in life now. Women are starting families later in life now. And a lot of that comes from freedom and opportunity. Like the more we've expanded the workplace for women to like be successful, the more we've changed the norm, which is like, yo, you don't have to just be a housewife. You can go and be a career woman. Women will take that opportunity for as long as they can. And then they'll be like, all right, my biological clock is kicking in and I do want to have, hold on, let me finish.
That makes them feel more
I do want to have a family. So basically we're empowering people, which is a good thing. And once we empower them, we change the norms as to what's old, what's young. Because we used to base it off of what was happening in society. Like most of us,
it was restrictive, right?
People get married later, people have families later, but this wasn't the norm 40 years ago, 30 years ago. So it's all changing and it's just things are just shaking up.
There's definitely pros and cons because it was restrictive. And like I talk to the students about this. They'll be in the office and I'm like, yo, you wouldn't be able to wear that where I'm from in the 90s. You wouldn't be able to get away with that. Like you would be robbed.
It's so true.
And they'll be like, yo, but that's a bad thing. And I'm like, you know what?
It is,
bro. That is.
I hate to say it, coming from where I come from, I'm the nigga that would be like, fuck, that nigga's Mo. He would have got rents. But real shit, I'm happy that people are able to be themselves nowadays.
Yeah,
you know
absolutely.
Because the key to happiness and the key to being successful in your life is freedom and learning the best you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Becoming the best you could possibly be.
Absolutely.
And it gives people the chance to do that early in their life when you don't have any shackles on you stopping you from actually, you don't have any fear of being yourself.
That's one of the best pros of today.
Yes. People be themselves. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what I like about today. I would say I give that to the young bulls that they got that you can be yourself. And young bulls and young hoes, they got that.
They're very, very much individualistic. Like, you can see it when you talk to them, and when you really sit down and talk to one of them, like they have a whole story, and they're just like, "Yo, bro, I want to do this, I want to do that, and this is why I want to do it." And I'm like, "Who influenced you?" Like, I'll ask this question: who are your role models? Like, I don't know. And I'm like, you came up with that on your own? Like, you know what I mean?
That's
like,
beautiful.
That was all you?
You would think that's bad, but that's a great thing.
That's
you know what I'm saying?
That's amazing to me, bro.
Please don't look up to these niggas, I would say.
Because your idols become
snitches
or
in
snitches
court.
Or they let you down.
Nigga, I'm still mad.
Yo, here's something that Cam does that's a perfect depiction of the times that we're in, right? And I hope I'm cool with saying this, but Cam, what he tends to do is one thing I want to give you credit for is you put your students on to like if it was hip hop that they're interested in, but they only know the shit that's going on now, like the Trippie Reds and stuff. Yeah. You put them on by showing them videos of old 80s, 90s rap. So that's dope that you do that.
That's lit.
But another thing that Cam, another thing that Cam does,
got to, it wouldn't be right.
Thank you.
Another thing that Cam does besides educating them on the history is he'll pull out his phone, and I hope it's okay for me to say this, like I said, and fucking like story on his Instagram, yo, these are my students watching, whatever. And so he's a millennial too. Like he's a millennial educating this next generation, but it's still
I want to show them love. Like I just want them to feel like, yo, I rock with you when I do that.
Yeah, but that's so different.
But you're educating them as well, bro. It's and you could possibly, not the bumper sticker,
go ahead.
But you could possibly get one of the greatest rappers ever out of your class by doing something like that, because he's educated on another level from others. Facts. Like one thing that made me who I am lyrically too is also my homie Computer. Shout out Computer. Like when I used to stay at his crib, son, he would put me on to all of that old school shit, Curtis Blow and all of that, and you know what I'm saying, and Treacherous Fire. Like, bro, he put me on to all of that old school shit, and it taught me so much because I bridged the gap. Like that's what I feel like I am as an artist. Like I bridged that gap. You know what I'm saying? But that gives you, it gives you mortality. It gives you like mortality. Is that it makes you immortal? Immortality. That's what it gives you, because it's like, bro, I could always go onto the tapes or I could go onto the USBs. You know what I'm saying? Like it's always like it's there, and it's our culture though, as well, bro.
You're well-rounded.
It's a culture. It's a culture.
That's my fear though. My fear with them is like, yo, what if the legends aren't remembered? Because I remember, all right, I'll tell this story. I tell this all the time. Like I had this one day, the first day of music class, right? Because I teach music too. And I was like, yo, I had this lesson planned out. I had all these things. Like I'm going to take it from BB King. I'm going to take it from Ella Fitzgerald all the way through. And I'm going to tell how hip hop came to be. And I'm going to take it from
through them as well.
From Sam Cooke. I took it from Sam Cooke and the Rat Pack. I was really doing all of that and bridging the gap. And I got up to, I didn't expect them to know none of that. But when I got up to Lauryn Hill and
they were
Fugees, it broke my heart because I wasn't aware yet. I wasn't
especially for the female students that are trying to do rap.
And we had a bunch of female students in the class, and I was like, all right, so the Fugees, I was ignorant at that time. I was like, yo, the Fugees, and they're like, who? I was like, Lauryn Hill. They were like, huh? Who? I was like, Killing Me Softly. They were like, what? So what I did was I played it, and I was like, nah, y'all are playing with me. I was like, y'all playing with me, right? And they're like, oh, I heard my mom bump this before.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, but y'all don't rock with it? They're like, yo, I don't know her name. I think that what's happening now is we're in the age of information, but it's also misinformation, and there's too much for you to process. Like back then, we didn't have these many things at our hands. Like you can open up your phone.
You're inundated with information.
It's too much.
And
it's too much to process.
And your brain is a hard drive that has finite space.
And it's also the way music is released nowadays. You know what I'm saying? Back in our day, if you were released to the public, you got the trophy. Like, nigga, you made it. Like, you're a fuck. Nowadays, you can just go sit at home and put out music from your laptop. Like,
I had this combo with a student who wanted to rap. And he was alright. He was nice, actually. I'll give him the stamp. He was nice. I believe in him. I feel like he still might pop. Because on SoundCloud, he's racking up.
Yeah.
Follow him and all that. But we have arguments over the 90s and now. He's like, yo, beats in the 90s were whack, da-da-da. Whatever the case. But I'm just saying, like, for me, as we're born, I feel like our generation, and I'm kind of biased by it, but I disagree with me. Like, disagree with me if you want.
Debate me.
We were born in the Goldilocks zone. We were born before technology took its real boom in the cell phone era. That's an
educated terminology that you might need to explain.
Goldilocks zone is what Earth is. It's just the right spot away from the sun. And that creates life. It allows life
habitable for humanity and things.
We were culturally born in that zone, meaning in our
it's
era.
The porridge ain't too hot, it ain't too cold. It's just right.
It's just right.
Yeah,
we were born in that era. I was born in, and I tell the story. I was born in Queens in that era. Like, you know what that was? Like, we had Mobb Deep, we had Nas, we had Onyx, we had CNN, we had
LL Cool J.
LL grew up 3 blocks away from me. He used to go to OCP and throw tournaments.
Nas is right across the bridge from me. You know what I'm saying? Right across the bridge.
That was right. So like we all gravitate towards that because we knew what it meant to us. It was a sense of pride that.
Yeah, but you know what? You didn't even mention the fact that we also were part of like the technological boom, right? Like we were of the right age when the internet came around.
Y2K and all that.
We were of the right age when,
but we had to be outside.
When social media, when Facebook first became a thing. But we first had to be outside. So we have the best of both worlds. We understand how to traverse that, the new shit, and we know how to traverse the old shit. Right. So in terms of being in that Goldilocks zone, I totally agree with you.
I agree with you.
In terms of history and its bias, I agree, but debate me. Because we're born in that time period. I
want to fight you.
Where my hands work.
I'm gonna fuck you if you keep talking like this.
Stay moved up.
I'm gonna fuck you if you keep talking that good shit.
But like in terms of society, we're born in a very special time, and I feel like it's not like all things that are great or all things that are exceptional. They're not going to be recognized while it's going on. They're going to be recognized after the fact. We didn't have technology.
Of course.
We played outside.
I resent that
it's
idea.
True, because the greatest painters weren't thought of that until they died.
I resent as a person who wants to create art. I think all of us do for the world. That
we're artists.
I resent the idea that I'm not supposed to want to be accepted and compensated during my time.
No,
I think that's bullshit.
We all want that.
I want to change that paradigm, yo. I don't want to be that person that's remembered after my time.
You want your flowers while you're alive. But he alright though. Dead rappers get better promotion, and it's so true.
No, I hate that that's the norm. But
dead, you get better promotion. Nipsey Hussle's been great for years, bro, and like just to bring it on the lower scale, but real shit. Like you see what it is now. Everyone loves him.
Can we dive into that a little bit? Because Nipsey is one of those dudes that people didn't even really know.
Yeah,
like let's just talk about like 40
Did your students know about Nipsey? Let's just segue through that.
That's why that's what I want to get to. Yeah, now like when he died, like I had my music class and like the next day, and I was like, I was really fucked up because I'm like, yo, this is somebody I really believed in and respected for years. Like I was putting people on a Nipsey for years. Like, did you hear what he said, bro? That motivated me. That made me feel,
me too, bro.
That made me feel stronger as a human being. That made me feel less shameful. Like, you know, when the artist is so real, you feel less shameful for something. You ever feel that feeling?
Yeah. Also, like,
because we all been
because you can relate to that artist, and like I always tell Dan, I'm like, yo,
I respect
music has given me all my teachings. Like I didn't pay attention in school like that. I paid attention to hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, I'm good, man.
I got you, bro. But don't make it a thing. I'm just helping you.
It's a thing, bro. Don't touch my dick, bro. That's like touching a nigga's dick, bro. That's like touching a nigga's dick.
Yo, say something profound, please.
Yo, but real shit though is like prolific, you mean? Because I got that tatted right
prolific
here. Nipsey, baby. Yo, but look,
prolific doesn't mean what I was trying to say. Profound is what I'm trying to say.
Yo, but
go get it.
Like I always tell Dan that like I didn't learn much in school. You know what I'm saying? I learned more from hip hop. You feel what I'm talking about? Like I really learned a lot of lessons from hip hop. That's why when you say a lot of things, you'll hear me quote hip hop. You know what I'm saying? If you notice, when people go back into these podcasts, they're gonna be like, "Yo, this nigga's always quoting a line from hip hop when something said."
They don't understand why.
They don't understand
why. You can live your
why.
life to Jadakiss.
Yeah, real shit.
You can plan accordingly.
And real shit, like someone like Nipsey, bro. Like, you know, me being an artist, bro. I felt like me and him have almost the same kind of timeline. You know what I'm saying? Like, me and him been rapping around the same amount of time and have been putting shit out around the same amount of time, except he's in the lights. You feel what I'm talking about? He's known by the masses. But like, I relate with that nigga a lot. You feel what I'm talking about? And that shit feels like me dying to me a lot of times. You know what I mean? And I think it's dope what you're doing with the students though, bro. Specifically because like, they need that shit to make them greater artists. You feel what I'm talking about? Yeah. But it's gonna always be like that because, like, I was talking to Dan about it before. Like, our parents be like, "Nigga, y'all ain't have no James Brown. Y'all ain't have no," you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but we have philosophers. Like, rappers are the philosophers of our time.
Exactly,
that's who we have.
I love that.
We're gonna feel like that about. Bars. You know what I'm saying, the generation before, you know, after us as well. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, y'all didn't get the fucking Lauryn Hills.
That's why we're premature old heads. Because, like, all right, this is why we're premature old heads. You know about Al Green, right?
Mm-hmm. Of course.
You rock with him, right? Stylistics.
We studied them, though.
We study stylistics.
That's why you're giving them that apple to bite.
Yeah.
Like, now y'all study before you. You'll become better.
The difference, and this is what I was going to say before.
But we... Go ahead, bro.
I was gonna say this is what I was gonna say before when you said I was gonna bumper sticker. What I was gonna say is that when we were growing up and we were kids, some of that stuff from our parents' generation made it to us, but it was easier to get to us in a way. Even though we live in the age of information now, it was easier to get to us because our brains weren't full of like hard drive space that was at its capacity. Nowadays, kids are inundated by so much shit that the hard drive space is just at its limits. So you want to hit them with all these things, they don't even have the capacity to register it anymore.
A lot of what we went off was oral tradition. Yeah, because it's like, I heard about Cop Killer Queens. How'd you hear about Cop Killer Queens? You were told that by somebody. Right. You were told why it's called Cop Killer Queens. And it inspired you
so much at night when you're sleeping. You're like, yo, I want to know what that is. You know what I'm saying?
It was like,
but nowadays, what these little niggas got over on us is
Google.
Because, yo, let's be real.
And they can go look it up. And now which is better.
Yeah, but you can go down rabbit holes that lead you to misinformation, like you said.
Yes, a lot of misinformation. But what they can do is they can go back even further. They can get what we have, bro. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's better to teach them, like, to have what you have as well. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
but you can
go further back than I even went. Like,
but you can have a hammer and beat someone to death with it, or you can build a house. You understand what I'm saying? You need to know how to use the tools at your disposal.
It's true, yeah, of course. But what I'm saying is, if they're led by him the right way, you know what I'm saying?
I could only do so much.
He's the best hammer they could fucking have right now. You know what I'm saying?
And I appreciate you, bro. But like, yo, this is the reality, and this has always been the reality. The more technology, the less mankind, the less human. You know what I mean? Capacity. Like, there's never going to be another Einstein because we're going to be lazy
that
as
doesn't
fuck.
know better, though. But
no,
I feel like
never
a man that's
Einstein, bro.
I feel like a man that's 80 years old. I mean, a man that's 100 years old. I'd rather sit with him than this MacBook right here.
That's the generation 100%. We come from. Facts.
Yeah.
Facts. We love.
But someone in this generation would rather sit with this shit. Like, you old fart.
I think
fuck out of here. I can learn what you know in an hour.
What happens in human? All right, let's talk about human nature real quick.
Just to bumper sticker. I just think we're a hybrid. Us, right. Our generation. We're just a hybrid.
I agree.
Of both.
But in human nature terms,
but
what
everyone
happens?
feels like that about their generation, bro.
Absolutely.
No, that's not true.
But we actually are the hybrid.
Yo, there are actual times.
Real quick.
I'm not saying we're not. I'm saying that everyone feels that way.
But there's
about
actual proven evidence. Like, there are times.
My pops and your pops, like, they're like, the fuck out of here.
There are times in history that became those moments.
The cookies are ready.
Yeah. Yo, but real quick,
better be raisins in my shit.
There are times in history
what's that? I don't want raisins.
I love raisins. Cinnamon raisins.
I'm not with that.
I don't want to talk about cookies while we're on this trajectory right now.
Yeah, I was hoping
what I was going to say is there are times in history that as time passes, you look
just like, go ahead, bro.
As time passes, you look back on history. You look back on history, and you can pinpoint moments in human history where you're like, "That's when it changed." And if you were the right age when that changed, you could have, if you had the right hand on your shoulders, real quick, you were able to profit off of that. You were able to succeed because of that, right? We're
on the cusp.
I'm reading Outliers. I mentioned it the last fucking thing.
There's a groove.
Yeah, I mentioned Outliers, right? There's a couple chapters. One chapter is on the tycoons from the 1800s, right? The industrial tycoons, right?
Yeah.
Something happened in the 1800s that if you were of the right age, of the right circumstance, you could have catapulted yourself to success. The Rockefellers, the Carnegies, the people like that, because you were on the cusp, right? Then there's like they also talk about like people born in the 1940s or something like that, who when they were of the right age and computers started to roll around, you get the Bill Gates. you get the Steve Jobs, right? Because they were on the right path. There's a level of coincidence and luck.
We were born on the cusp. We were born on the cusp.
Yeah.
So here's the thing, though. This is the question I ask. Which one of these cusps, the Industrial Revolution or XYZ, the technological
revolution, the internet age is the art.
Which was the most profound? Which was the most, impactful?
They all yield some sort of bump into human history. Like we were plateauing for a little bit, rising at a steady pace, and then boom, we just hit up. We skyrocketed.
But which boom neglected the past?
I would say
because that's important.
Keep it tall. Like when the internet was invented, really.
Absolutely.
Possibly. We're still living it, so we
almost
have to
like a Y2K kind of time. You know what I'm saying? Like around that era. Like, you know what I'm saying? When the internet was invented, it then made human beings more lazy, bro, with a lot of shit, with the shit that we're thinking about, organic shit. And that's what I'm talking about. Like, that's really what did it.
Maybe.
And that's my point, real quick. That's my point.
Also, I got the answer right. Cheers. Thanks.
Cheers. Nah, you hit the nail on the head, bro.
But that's how I felt.
I still think we're living it. So because it could
my
be.
Nigga, don't be that nigga at the table that don't cheers. You know what happens?
I didn't know you are cheers with me.
Fucking whacked.
Look me in the eyes when you cheers me and wink.
Blow a kiss.
What was that, girl? Ooh, you did a little.
You can talk. You know you're mic'd up too, right?
Yo, hold on. This nigga ain't been talking the whole episode about it.
Well, because y'all all on top of each other.
I mean, it becomes
this
difficult.
Is your first episode with a guest. You should speak as well.
No, but it also hold on. It becomes difficult to manage 4 voices. But
I like when she speaks. You know what I'm saying? It makes me know there's someone softer than you here.
But she's the type of person who, when the internet came around, she lost the
You're
past.
a woman. You're allowed to be soft.
Her mind got scrambled when the internet came around. And social media, Instagram, she lost her wits. Look at her.
Yeah.
First off, hold on a second, okay?
I'm fucking
First off, a hold on a second is fine.
First off, a hold on
a second.
I am not addicted to my smartphone. Although I just bought the 11.
And that phone is a dumb phone. Like, they love to say it's a smartphone. It's a dumb phone. It's to make you not as smart as you really can be, bro.
It's definitely an extension.
Dumb niggas with a smart cellular. You call it keeping it real. I call it regular.
That's a fact.
Who said that?
Me,
nigga.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, you philosopher, you.
But it's a fax machine, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, it really is.
I mean, it does. It is an extent. It can extend your intelligence further than your actual capacity if you use it the right way, bro. Like I was saying before, you can have a hammer and I don't know, hit your thumb and fucking.
Yeah,
or
I know
you can build a house.
This rabbit hole shit. You love a rabbit hole.
No, I think it's about bestiality. No, I think we need to be balanced people where we see what's in front of us and learn how to utilize it to our benefit and not let it control us, not let it take us over.
It's so true. You know how many times you go in the doctor's office and it's like, oh, so you were on Google, huh? Because Google will make you think like when you got a bump on your pinky that's about to fall off and they got to chop your pinky off.
I'm just asking people to be balanced, like understand the landscape of the world and be malleable so you can fucking, move.
But the reason I commend Cam not to bumper sticker you, the reason
I realize it's hard.
The reason I commend him is because it's harder for someone, nigga, I'm good. It's harder for someone in his age bracket. I mean, in your school to think like that. You feel what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
To not think like, nigga, this has all the answers. You feel what I'm talking about? Like,
keep it a buck with
and
you.
that's a class in itself.
Yeah. It taught me
computers
more.
and studying and talking about the fact how computers do not have all the answers, bros. They got a lot of answers. They got a lot of answers, but at the end of the day, it'd be better if you took a lot of shit from
bro, you
actual
can't just
real
learn.
life.
Yo, these kids have shown me things online that I'm like, how did you do it? Like, we have internet disabled. Like, you can't go on YouTube on some of the computers. They'll bounce a proxy signal off of Switzerland so that they can access the computers. Like, did you hear what I just said, bro?
Yeah, go ahead.
They'll bounce a proxy signal off Switzerland so that they can access things that we shut down. They know codes for that. So in that realm and capacity, they're geniuses to us.
Yeah, facts.
It's like us plugging in the VCR.
Feed them that.
It's
let's move to next something else now.
It's like us plugging in the DVR for moms. She's like, "You're so smart." It's like, "Yo, this is basic shit."
This is basic
for
shit.
them, they're like,
That's
"Yo,
how
this is
they
really
think.
basic shit."
Yeah.
And so for me, I'm like looking at them like, "Wow, y'all are really on another level that I never got into."
Which is also a beautiful thing as well.
It really is.
We're looking at it from some like rappy, hip hop, musical. That's just a musical point of view. But when it comes to technology, my nigga, like they have surpassed us so much, our generation, bro.
But what's lost
like
in
the
fire?
way we think.
What's lost in the file?
There's a lot lost in the file, but is it not brighter than what they have in their file?
Wait, but here's another angle, though.
Who knows, bro? Time will tell.
This is what I'm saying.
Time will tell. Because for me, real quick, for me, it's like the soul is more important than the devices. You know what I'm saying? Like the soul, for me, like the heart, the spirit, the soul is more important than what's created from it.
A robot will never be a human being.
Right.
But no matter what you do.
There's two ways to look
at it.
The art created is never as good as the story behind it.
This is God. God created this, bro. You can't get better than God.
But real quick, there's two ways. There's two ways to look at it.
But he's letting us create this.
There's two ways to look at it. There's two ways to look at it, right? There's the embracing it and understanding that while it's not necessarily unnatural, it's probably, even though technology seems like this alien force, it's just the natural progression of human beings, and it was always supposed to be this way. Or it can be the cynical cynical look at it, where it's like, nah, this is going to lead to our demise. This is what happened to the ancient Egyptians. This is, you know what I'm saying? Like, who built the pyramids? I don't know, because those people were wiped out by something, right? So my point is, either you're cynical when you think we're on that path, or you're optimistic and think that this was the natural progression of human beings. Right now, we're reacting to it because it's brand new. So because it's brand new, it's taking over people's lives, it's fucking people up, but we're going to bounce back to it. The pendulum's going to swing back and balance out, and it's going to be for our eventual good.
But I agree with Cam, not to bumper stick you, I agree with Cam on, we need to be really strong in our soul and our hearts, and also with our mental capacity as human beings, and because we have to also understand that, like I always say, one day computers are going to do everything. Like, this podcast shit is going to be some fucking computers.
I mean, have you guys gone to McDonald's
robots.
these days? Like,
crazy.
McDonald's,
Robots, right?
you place your order on a screen and it's ready for you.
Yeah.
When we went to Romania,
everything's automated.
Yeah, but now they're starting to that cuts out cashiers. So it's less and less human interaction. If you're, even in warehouses now, they're starting to give, other responsibilities, like that would you be a line of workers to work to robots. But
you know where that comes from also? It's the greed of human beings. It's the greed of human beings. It's money. This is why. Let me continue what I'm saying. Not to bump stick on nobody.
Human nature.
From the greed of human beings. Because at the end of the day, we could live in a solar fucking energied powered world. We could live where I don't care that your shirt's better than mine or your pants are better than mine. We could all wear the same exact outfit. We could all have the same amount of food. You feel what I'm talking about? But we could also do without the oil rigs and all the other shit that pollutes the world. You feel what I'm talking about? But we're greedy. We want to have more than others. We want to live better. I want to, you know what I'm saying? If we all could agree on one
especially here
way to live,
in the US.
especially in America, being a child from America.
I was gonna say that.
We could actually have a world where things are solar powered and work for us, and we don't have to pay for shit. Not rent, not a nothing. You feel what I'm talking about? But it's just the greed, bro. And money is the root of fucking evil. No matter which way you turn the coin. You feel what I'm talking about? That's just what it is.
I mean,
in the system where you allow human nature to run its course, there's gonna be evil and destruction all across the board. Like in a system that allows for that and kind of breeds it, human nature is not a good thing, bro. Those things have to be countered. There have to be a system.
It can be a good thing. If it could, the way we think.
But this is the question.
It's always going to change.
But we're all. We're all.
Are we innately evil or good,
bro? Everything that's happening right now is
innately.
Yo, bro. Hold on. That's a deep philosophical question. But we are.
It's always going to be 50-50.
Yo, real quick.
It's always going to be devil and God.
Jesus Christ, you made me lose my whole train of thought, bro. But y'all are all talking, bro. Like,
all right, there's a lot of.
You're talking about human nature,
bro. Because I feel bad because you bumper stickered us so fucking much that
I'm not gonna turn this into an argument, bro. I'm not turning this
on.
No one cares about us arguing. We'll fight after. You'll lose, or you'll go home and you'll think about it. All right, listen. What I'm trying to say is that at the end of the day, we're all the product of human. Everything we're doing right now, these microphones, us being able to podcast, your fucking hookah, you know what I'm saying? You being able to record and put out your music streaming to the world and all that stuff. We're all, us filming it right now, these cameras, all the product of human innovation. So you either have to look at this with a cynical mind or with an optimistic mind. Maybe this was all part of the grand plan, if you believe in that type of shit, right? Maybe this is where humanity was supposed to eventually evolve to, and it's all leading up to something, and we're just one more cog in this machine, and our lifetime is part of it. So you can't have it both ways. I get it. There's cognitive dissonance. You can love and hate things at the same time. I get how that works, but you have to, I don't know. I'm just saying, what side do you fall on? Are you optimistic about the future? Or are you pessimistic about the future?
Can I tell you from my view, from where I work? I have a very
You're a pescatarian.
I have a very, very unique view on it because I work in Brooklyn, right? And these are students that
you don't get washed every day.
I rock with them. Nah, they peep the energy. Like my first week.
Kidding. Brooklyn's not what it once was.
It's not.
Now. It's
but it still is.
And tourists.
It isn't, but it is. But I'm not in that.
Depends
gentrified.
Where you are in Brooklyn.
I'm not in that gentrified area.
That was just a joke.
I know I'm not taking it to heart. I know.
No, but that's a big topic that we should talk about.
Like my first year, they were like, "Yo, you from the hood, ain't you?" And I was like, "Yeah, but you don't gotta stay in the hood." Like, bro, there's so many levels to this and angles you could look from it and perspectives you could look at it from. But at the end of the day, this is what I know. I have a bird's eye view on this next generation, right? I'm not the end all be all. This is my perspective on it. It's not everybody's. They have more accessibility to what's going on technologically, and they're able to be more connected, quote unquote, than we were because of these social media networks. But they're less connected on a human level.
Yes, yeah, I agree.
And how is it that you could be connected and still feel alone? You know what I'm saying? How is it that you could be?
That's what technology does.
Right. Is no face to face.
Your eyes are connected. Your heart, your soul, your brain is not really connected like that. You know what I'm talking about?
You could comment on somebody's post. Yeah. They don't hear the tone in your voice. They don't hear the tonality.
And they don't feel it.
You could send a text message.
We would have conversations in the street with someone like, yo, I love what you did with that, bro.
But it was a different
you know what it's like? That's a great example. All right, Dan. Yo, I'll write under your fucking post, I love what you did with that, bro. That was fire. To me, pulling up in my car with my family, like, yo, hold on, wifey, hold on, wait a second, chill. I know he's crying. He give him the bottle. Hold on, wait a second. I gotta talk to him real quick. Yo, bro, I love what you did with that shit, bro. That was fucking fire, my nigga.
Right.
That touches you different. That inspires you so much different. Yo, this nigga had his kids, his baby mother.
You're assuming he had all these?
No, I'm telling you. I'm giving you an example to our life compared to just an internet kind of lifestyle. Like those comments someone leaves under your post, you don't know what they're going through in their life when they write that comment. It's just a comment to you. It's just, yo, I got 5,000 comments. I'm lit. Yo, imagine 5,000 people walked up to you in real life and told you these things. You'll feel like so inspired. You might come up with the greatest thing you've ever made in your whole life. The internet waters down a lot of stuff.
Yeah, it's also
a you know what I'm talking about?
It diminishes.
And also
the feeling,
to what
bro.
you were saying, bumper sticker. Also to what you were saying, Cam. Like with the hood shit. Like you could be from the hood. You don't gotta fucking stay there. Like, yo, lock your body, can't trap your mind. You feel what I'm talking about? No matter where you at, bro, your mind is always stronger than that.
Yeah.
Your body, yeah. You know what I'm saying?
That's
your
why
body could be wherever, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, like sometimes your mind needs to also have that hood mentality, but with a smarter mentality attached to it.
Absolutely.
Because the hood shit's gonna tell you, nigga, you can't play me like that, Rose. You feel what I'm talking about?
Right. And that's,
like I come from nothing, but the smart person in your mind is gonna tell you, I have to articulate it to this man this way.
Right. That's where book smarts and street smarts. I tell this all the
clash.
time. I say no. I mean, not I tell clash. Students. This is what I tell my students. Yeah. I'm like, yo, if you're book smart, I'm like, y'all already street smart. Y'all from like the 60s, 70s in Brooklyn, right? Like y'all from the hood.
Yeah.
I like the nerds, the so-called quote unquote what we would call nerds.
Yeah.
In our school, who I rock with. Right, because they're cool people too. Like I rocked with everybody in high school. So as a dean, I rock with everybody.
Me too.
Put it like
Same
that.
shit. Word.
So it's like, yo, if y'all are already street smart, even the quote unquote nerds that are technologically, great. So if you become book smart, nobody could stop you out here. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I feel like I was street smart, but I was also book smart, and I feel like I have so many areas to navigate. Like I could afford to be tatted and be a dean. I could afford to be tatted.
and the board of ed proves that.
Yeah, like
right?
Yeah, because who put these parameters on who you're supposed to be and what is the norm, and like these are the boundaries, these are the chains we need to break. This idea that one thing means something, bro. No person should be one thing. Every person is a plethora of things.
There's no blueprint. There's
no who's to say that, yo, you got to choose your career when you get out of college and you got to do that until you're 70 years old and you're ready to retire. Who said that? Who made up these fucking rules? Like, my whole platform, if I ever were to try to speak to somebody and motivate them, is to say, don't listen to the norms, bro. These norms are man-made. Real quick, let me finish. These norms are man-made, and they're all bullshit. They mean nothing when it comes to life, because they're just people who are living for the first time, making up rules and regulations as they go on. You're like, my whole thing is this: when you're born into something, and it was that way before you existed, it'll be that way after you go. When you are born into that, you have to question that. You didn't ask for this. The world was built around you, and then you have to say, well, I'm part of it now, and I was dropped off in this place and time, and it wasn't my choosing, but what am I going to do to navigate this? Am I going to adhere to all the norms, or am I going to challenge them and be like, hey, maybe I'll drop a gem when it's all said and done. Maybe I'll make a mark, a ripple that'll ripple out and cause a tidal wave. Right. It just depends on who you want to be, bro.
Do you know how many generations,
question things.
Bumper sticker, do you know how many generations might not question that, bro? You know what I'm saying? Because they're raised that way, because they're brought up that way, and it's like, this is what I know, and this is what. So that's why it's so important when you're that person that. I got it. When you're that person that questions that, bro, like, that is like the change of everything. Like, I also think that way with my music, bro. Like, if you'll say, it wasn't mixed the best, it wasn't this, it was, nigga, there's that person that's like, yo, bro, I fuck with Tuge because he spits everything, and I gotta listen harder, and I like that about him. He brings that, you know what I'm saying? He brings that, damn, I gotta listen harder, and when I listen, I hear something new like, you know how many people tell me that, like, yo, bro, I hear a new thing you said. I have the same song for a whole month, and then I'll hear some shit I never heard, bro, and just, you know what I'm saying? Like
they heard the ad-libs, like, I'm Mo.
When I was like, I fucking ass, that ad-lib,
I'm gay.
Yo, but real shit though, like, it's about believing in you and believing in believing in what you have in your legacy, you feel what I'm talking about, and knowing it and trusting it and going hard with it. But it doesn't hurt to have someone like Cam in your life that teaches you about the shit before you that our fucking parents or grandfather or OG on our block taught us. Like, little nigga, you rap, you nice, but did you hear this, nigga? You feel what I'm talking about? It makes you stronger as a human being, and the internet doesn't do that for you by yourself. A human being does most of the time.
You know what it is? They have this it's like a saying that teachers are people who couldn't hack it in life as doing what they wanted to, right? They teach it instead. Bro, like, it's a beautiful thing. Like, I said in the song, I'm a coach if I can't ball. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So in that same mindset.
But what's more noble than that? What's more noble than giving game, right? Than teaching the next generation?
Well, it's selfish. You have to put your selfishness to the side.
Yeah, because it's like, who feels like this? I don't know. I always felt like this. I learn when I talk. I learn when like when I'm having a conversation, a deep conversation, I'll learn more about myself.
What do I tell you all the time, Angie? Just to piggyback off your point, I tell you all the time, I'm like, yo, bro, I learned something. I need to say it to you. I need to actually verbalize to you. Or if I let it just sit in my head as just like a memory, then I don't remember it. But if I say it out loud, if we have a conversation about it, I'll retain it better. I always feel that way.
Everyone has their way of retaining something and having it really seep deep into them. Because my thing was like, anytime that I've ever read something or heard something, the best way that I found myself to retain it is me writing it. And sometimes I'd write it over and over again so that I knew that I'm seeing it, I'm visualizing it, I feel it better.
Yeah, there's like a photographic memory part of it.
Yeah, like me, it's same with me. Like, if I'm inspired by something so much someone says, I put it in a verse. Like, I'll rap about it. You know what I'm saying? And then I'll always remember it my whole life after that. Fax machine.
So that's the energy. I swear.
Well, that's a mnemonic device. Like, you've put it to a rhythm, so it's easier to retain that way. There are tricks to memory.
I mean, for everyone, it's something different though as well, bro.
For me, it was like, yo, I'm gonna teach y'all something, but I gotta learn. I gotta be open-minded enough to learn from y'all too. Like, my whole mantra was teach and learn, and I learned so much shit from these kids. Like, I swear to God, it made me a better person. I given out like I think 3 detentions in 6 years. Suspended 1 student one time. Like we have restorative.
Yeah, Mr. Casino, he gave out 50. I think.
I ain't with it. I chop it up with a student before I give detention. That shit is whack. Like suspension.
But you're younger. You're more. You know what I'm saying?
Whack.
You're more relatable than.
I don't have to suspend. Like that's the thing though. Like,
yeah,
I don't have to.
That's a great thing.
I don't have to yell. Like if I yell, it's because you wild out, and I'm like, yo, what are you doing, bro?
Yeah.
Like that's how I yell. Like what are you doing, bro? That's my version of yelling. Because I'm like,
what are you doing, bro?
I'm looking at the device that the recorder didn't even peak, so that's not yelling.
It's not because I'm very chill. I'm very like.
Would you do it at that level? It'd be like, what are you doing, bro?
Yeah, because it's like. I have students that still hit me up, bro. Like after they graduated, and
I was just
they
sorry.
No, go ahead.
What I was gonna say was
say bumper sticker.
I was waiting for that.
I try to find little windows to peek into, but you're gonna
peeping Tom.
But not every window you can't crawl in every window and
Who's that?
Go ahead.
That you will be a teacher that they think about for the rest of their lives, because I've told Dan that I've told Dan that I have had teachers in my life who are very influential that to this day I still think about my English teacher from high school, my senior year. No lie, you know what he told me? He failed me my first semester he ever had me, and you know why? He was just like, I told your ass to come bring a book to class and you forgot it. And he said this shit in front of my mother.
That's wild.
He literally was like, she's smart as shit.
Yeah.
But she likes to fuck around. Yeah. And after that, because like he spoke to me in ways that I obviously relate to, like he cursed at me. He cursed me out. But I was like, all right, you're speaking my language. And I know that, you know, you're not playing games and I'm just, you know, fucking forgetting or, you know, being dumb. But he called me out on my shit. And what happened after that, I had him for a whole year. Normally, you know, you change, you know, teachers after every semester or so.
Yeah.
Had him for the whole year. And I never fucked up not once. I went from, he failed me my first semester because of this one incident. And then from there, I was an A+ student until I graduated in his class.
So he pulled out something from you, like
and
that's
then
ill.
He kind of like when I first went to college, he had influenced me to be an English teacher, and I got an associate's in it, and I realized I wanted to do something different.
Yeah.
But he influenced me so deeply that like I was always looking for him. Like I was looking for him on Facebook. Like damn, I want to find him. And I went to Boston Market one night. And I found him in Boston Market, and I was in near tears.
He's the manager now.
I know. Don't disrespect. I was in near tears.
Mad. She about to break up with me. Don't disrespect.
Right. Like I seen him, I was like, oh my God. He remembered me and he hugged me, and I was emotional. I left emotional.
He asked you for a loan and whatever.
No.
I'm fucking with you now. No. But that's real shit, because it made me think of mine. Like, yo, shout out to Debbie Randolph, bro. Debbie Randolph in high school was my English teacher in high school. It was a white woman, older white woman that had like a black husband and like a mixed family. And son, she told me like, not only will you be great as a rapper, but a spokesperson, period. You will be great as as someone that gives the news to people. You would be great as an anchor, anything with words. Did she say
podcaster?
Nah, seriously. Like she didn't know about a podcast yet, but you know,
if she did, that'd have been genius.
She would have said that right away. But I'm saying, she's like, yo, anything with words, you are a master at words. Understand that.
Smith of the
Doesn't
words.
stop with music. You're a wordsmith. You are anything with words.
As he struggled to find what he's trying to say. I'm
but seriously, bro, like, I'm a hood nigga. My nigga.
Oh, you're drinking whiskey. You're drinking whiskey.
Nah, I ain't no whiskey. I'm a hood nigga, bro. Watch your mouth, my nigga.
You're drinking
but look, but real shit, though, she told me that, bro, and that shit, like she could have the most fucking greatest story ever with the music in the background. But soon as my shit starts, niggas want to fuck my shit up. My shit was heart-touching, bro.
Yeah.
Heart-wrenching, great story, bro. You fucked my shit up, my nigga. Like, I don't want niggas always think I'm a joke. But no, you can't bumper sticker me after that, nigga. I ain't done,
no
nigga.
Bumper sticker.
Let me finish my shit,
no
nigga.
Bumper sticker. I was
he bumper sticker like he rolled past you like.
What I was gonna say.
That bumper sticker. Nah, fuck out of here. I'm not done.
I was gonna say.
Yo, but listen, real. What you gonna say? Something? What I have to say right now?
Yeah, pretty much about what you're saying. I was gonna piggyback.
But I'm not done, bro. I want to say more, my nigga. I want to keep it tall. Like, shorty, like, not to call her shorty, a lady, a
lady. Grown woman.
She actually, bro, every social network I've been on, she's found me. You know what I'm saying? And
That's
roll me
real.
inspirational shit under my posts.
That is
where
real.
I find her like on Facebook. I'm like, yo, Debbie, yo, I love you.
Wow.
Yo, thank you so much. I remember everything you ever told me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's an Instagram coming out.
Yo, I have
You're the greatest fucking wordsmith at whatever the fuck, you know what I'm saying?
Inspirational story,
and the same type of shit. And I'm like, yo.
You had a real inspirational story.
Nah, but I'm like,
that's
yo,
crazy,
thank you so
bro.
much. Like, yo, to this day, right now, like my So Brooklyn challenge, nigga, she just commented at Casanova under my shit, bro. This lady's like 70 years old. You know what I'm talking about? Like,
But
she believes in me so much.
listen,
and
man,
That meant more to you. That means more to you than the average human being doing it,
Yeah,
right?
but like, I mean, more than my fucking
Bro.
father or mother,
Yeah.
nigga. Like, they didn't say no shit like that to
Right.
me that she said to me. You feel what I'm talking about? And
That's the energy.
that means so
That's the
much. You know what I'm
energy.
saying? And you make me even think about like getting into like helping out kids at a young age,
Bro,
like students,
please,
or
dude. Oh my
even
God,
just
bro.
like
it changed my life.
being a fucking a bigger
Mentor.
brother, or a mentor. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I want to bring that. I want to piggyback off what you just said. I can't tell you to do that, but what I will say is that for me, it changed my life exponentially. Like my whole thought process is different than it used to be. You know what I'm saying? So I know that I heard it before, but it was just words to me. Like, yo, in acts of service, you get the greatest reward, right? And like, let's keep it a buck. Like, what we do as educators is acts of service. Like, you're in constant service.
when I do shit for my son, I'm with you on this. I'm not cutting you.
Right.
When I do things for my son and I break things down for him and I teach him things, you know what I'm saying? Even though he's so young,
Yeah.
I get it back
better.
times a million.
Right.
You know what I'm talking about?
It's that energy that you put it out and it's
Yeah.
mirrored back to you immediately, right?
Yo, but
So that's
why
the
I'm having
thing.
20 kids.
So Abraham over here.
Bob Marley, I prefer, but I'll take AB.
Okay, Bobby.
I'll take AB.
Yo, but for me, I just feel like, yo, I never wanted to do this. It's just like, honestly, this is something that, like, I was lost. I'll keep it a buck with y'all. I have no shame about saying that.
You was Calico's
lost.
pops?
Yeah, bro, I was lost out here.
He's a lost nigga.
I didn't know what I wanted to do. I knew that I had a lot of creative energy. I knew that I was an artist. I knew that I had a lot of potential. I didn't know how to make
And
that
you knew you were
potential
broke.
kinetic. I was broke as fuck. Let's keep it a buck. And dad was sick. And I'm like, I can't do what I want to do. I got to do what I have to do.
Yeah.
And it
That-
was
that
real
happens
grown
in
man
most of
shit
our-
that was
yeah.
going on. And I was like, yo, what am I going to do? And I took a chance because I was like, this is less money initially, but it's going to pay off. I had no idea how much it would shape my life. I had no idea how much, like, and initially, it took like 2 weeks until I was like, yo, this shit is ill. Like, the first day I had a student, I was like, what do? Get out the hallways. I approached it like,
what, you fought it. You was like,
Yo, you approach it like every dean would.
I fought it. I was like, yo, what do I do, bro? Like, principal literally met the principal. I came early. She's like, I want to make you a dean. I was like, huh? Dean? She was like, yeah. I was like, okay. She
You're like,
introduces
oh,
me.
you're wild,
She's like,
shorty.
this is your office.
But you didn't think like, yo, you're bugging, shorty. Like,
I thought
I am uneducated.
I am not.
I wanted to
dean,
say
yo.
it, but I was like, yo, I need the bread.
Teach these little niggas how to roll up loud
Yeah.
and gamble. What the fuck are you doing?
I was like,
Tuge, you trying to be dean, my nigga? Pull up. Bitch, smile.
I was like, I needed the bread, but I didn't know she was the principal when I met her. She was the first person I met at the school, and it's principal's discretion who becomes dean. I met her. I got there early.
Fax machine. That's true. Yeah, the principal chooses. Yeah.
I got there early. I was dressed up, like button up, whatever. And I was talking to her, and I'm like, "Is this the school?" And she was like, "Yeah." And she was talking to me for about 20 minutes. That was my interview.
How
I didn't
old?
know
Not
if
to bumper
that she
sticker
was
you,
the
but how
principal.
old was she?
She, I don't know. She was probably like
he ain't fuck,
mid
bro.
40s.
Because principals and deans usually clap.
He ain't fuck.
So she was like, "Yo, you might be
Just
the nigga I need to
tarnished my
clap."
whole beautiful
Yo,
story, bro.
you're the
It's
dean.
tarnished.
Put that
Tarnished.
magnum on. You're the dean, blood.
Yo, listen, man.
That's how
Listen,
they be on
listen,
it.
let me
Let him
say
finish. Hold on, he wasn't finished, bro.
But like,
let him talk.
I don't want you
she
to be
was
in this
just like,
episode right
you're
now.
the dean,
I'm fucking
and I
okay.
fought it. I had imposter syndrome when I was like, yo, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Then I was just like, you know what? After the first day, the students, I was like, yo, you got to go downstairs for lunch. Right? I was heavy in these hallways.
Yeah,
'Cause
yeah,
I was
yeah.
trying to
It
like
was hallway
keep this
guard.
job. I was like, how do I do this job, bro? And the student was like, yo, you're going to be out of here in 3 months like everybody else, bro. You ain't going to last. Y'all never last.
Fucking prison.
Told a nigga president, a little nigga
told me that.
Told
and I was like, and I was
3 month ass nigga. And this is you, Cam. 3 month ass nigga. You ain't lasting.
He was 6'5". He was 6'5", brolic.
He's looking at me and he ain't move. And I was like,
Like
it brought me back. It brought me back to somewhere though. And I was like, I understand that energy and I feel him.
I'm from the block, like, little nigga.
Yeah. I was like, yo, if somebody approach me like that, I'd be like, I'd put him out of here too. I ain't know this dude.
Yeah.
So I was like, yo, I'll see you in June.
You on his block right now. He's getting money out here off the fiends. Yeah. And you trying to pull up.
Yeah. Who am I?
Who am I? I was fuck at it. Because you fucked with his bitch, principal. Because you're fucking with a bitch from the block. You want to pull up.
He loves that.
Like, that's dead.
I'm like, what grade you in? He's like a senior. I'm like, I'll see you in June when you graduate. Bet.
Like that answer.
You know what I mean?
Yo, but
then he's that. Like, fast forward a month later, I found my stride in a week. And I'm just like, I ain't going to be that dictator. Yeah. It's a question I always ask my boys in the hood. I was like, yo, would you rather rule by fear or respect? I always ask that from like respect. 19.
Fear will last. I mean, respect and fear are two different things. Fear will make you feel
one
like
is fear and one is
fear
love.
will make like no. Fear, exactly. Yeah. Fear will make you feel like, yo, I'm lasting hard body, like nigga. But love will make you last longer.
Yeah.
Because right when a nigga wants to lay you the fuck down, the love will tell you, get out of here at 4 o'clock, my nigga. This nigga want to lay you down, but I'm gonna lay him down for you.
Yes. So I approached
3 o'clock. Y'all never seen The Sandlot? Y'all never
3 o'clock in your you know what I'm saying?
Y'all never seen The Sandlot?
I love
remember it's like
I'm the kid from The Sandlot, the fat
you
white one,
it's like,
but the little dark one.
Greats last forever, legends never die. That's what it's about.
That's the truth.
It's just about being somebody that will be remembered way past their fucking time, man.
Way past their lot.
And I had
God brought you to that school, bro. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel you.
That's like, a number one important thing. I hate to make this a religious ass episode because Dan doesn't believe in no God. But I just feel like God brought you there. You know what I'm saying? Like where you felt like all would fail and you weren't that sure. You know what I'm saying? But God had a whole plan for you, bro. Zay, you feel what I'm talking about? And yo, as much as it sound weird as fuck to me, my nigga, it like I didn't even get it until like I started thinking a little harder. I'm like, yo, you know what? That dean position, like I understand it now. And you speaking to me about it as far as the music shit goes and all of that, and us being like, you know me, I think I'm 21, so when I really noticed, like, damn, my niggas is 30.
You shouldn't be drinking as much. Like, as you just started, bro. Don't drink as much whiskey.
Literally.
But nah, real shit.
I don't want this podcast to get canned.
That shit, nigga. They love when I talk like this. They love when I talk like this. They love when an underage drinker drinks, bro. My father told me best. He said, if you're 18 and you can go to the fucking army at 18, you can fucking drink in my house at 10. That's the best way to put it. You know what I'm saying? But real shit though, Cam, God brought you there, and that's why it was so kind of cloudy to you.
Yeah.
That's the devil trying to hate on nigga. You ain't no dean. Shut up. The devil's snuffing you. Shut up, nigga. You not a dean.
Here's the only thing.
The only thing that I want makes you be like,
bro.
look at how great you are at that shit, bro.
All right, let me cut in.
I appreciate
proud
you,
of you.
Let me cut in. The things that are memorable in life.
I'm your role model, and I'm telling you, I'm fucking.
All right. The things that are memorable in life are the things that challenge you, bro. You have to realize you only grow. You only grow outside of your comfort zone. You never grow inside of your comfort zone.
Yeah.
So anything that, like, the reason you're even bringing this to our attention, feeling like it's worth talking about, no one's going to talk about the day they spent on the couch on Sunday watching fucking cartoons and shit, because that's comfortable and that's fun as fuck while you're experiencing it. But you don't grow through that. You don't go through that. You don't grow through that. It's not worth sharing. It's not inspiring. So every point that you made about how you ended up where you ended up, it's all you talk about your teacher. You might have hated you might have hated that teacher in the moment or when they were challenging you, but they stuck with you is my only whatever. But my point is, it was something that in the moment it was like, damn, he said that in front of my mom. He did that.
When he started cursing, you're like,
the thing is though, is that when someone like speaks to me and calls me out on my shit, especially somebody like him, like, and I knew he was right, I felt them on it. When I was fucked up, call me out on it, and I will definitely be like, yeah, sure. Like, I accepted it. I didn't even hate him in that moment because I was like, you know what, you're right. So
sure, but regardless, it was a challenge, and it was challenge accepted. Yeah. But you only grow through that, and that's the only point I'm trying to make. You have to understand that these moments you're gonna face these pivotal moments in your life, these crossroads, and you got to take the road less traveled. Don't walk down the road that everybody goes down, bro. Yo. You want to be average or you want to be great. You want to be remembered. What do you want?
Bro. It just the greatest thing about you, bro. You worked body. You worked mad hard on that shit. You know what I'm saying? Cause you're a piece of shit. You other than your body. Nah, but real shit. Like even your skills as a director, as a, you know what I'm saying? Like all of that shit that you worked really hard on that. You feel what I'm talking about? Like everyone here, I could say their strong points. They worked really hard on, bro. I've been a rapper since I was fucking 3 years old, nigga. Goddamn near. You feel what I'm talking about? Like, and I stand tall behind that shit. But I've went through so much heartache and hurt and pain and sweat and tears and all of that shit through that shit. Letting people down, bringing people up, inspiring and hurting.
Gray hairs at 21. What's that about?
I got one gray hair, but this nigga's whole beard is gray.
Yeah, but I'm not 21.
I mean, 21-year-old life is hard nowadays. Yeah, that's true. Angie, like my nigga, like Cam, like
this beauty
niggas
in the
done
pain,
went through
bro.
some
This
shit,
beauty
bro.
in the pain,
And you know what? That's what we are. We have to, bro. We're like we have to teach the people behind us, younger than us, those things, bro.
Yeah, and
the hard times in our life, to make sure they don't have to go through that. They could actually bypass that, which was the hardest shit in our lives for us. We're teaching them to bypass that part. So you're going to come across a part that was hard like that. If you're a young kid, the best thing to do is just pick minds, bro. Pick minds and get your fucking credit right. Credit is everything.
Real quick, I don't want to talk about finances, and I don't want to revert back to what we were talking about earlier, but I do want to...
Oh, shit. AJ, we got a veto.
Hey, Vino.
She about to get...
Hey guys, I had something to say.
My fault. Bumper and meat sticker.
I don't want to revert back to what we were talking about earlier, but I do want to say that.
But you want to do it anyway.
No. But what I want to say is, because you just made a point. You said I'm a great director. I'm all these things, right? And I appreciate the love, but you have to understand that a lot of us are a product of the era we grew up in, and I couldn't have been an autodidact, which I am. I taught myself everything that I know about. That bitch knows to shut the fuck up.
She's saying, I believe you.
No, she's saying, line ass.
Listen, I taught myself everything that I know about shooting videos, directing videos, editing video. Like, on the job, but I had to get myself to a place that was respectable before I was even given gigs. You know what I mean?
Do you think that I kind of inspired that? Someone being like... someone being like a rapper and needed that shit bad. Like,
I don't want to go through our whole lineage of how we started doing everything. No, I always wanted to
ask you that in life.
No, but the thing is, what did I do? I was always that person that was like, yo, what's needed, bro? I'm resourceful. What do you need? Oh shit, Tuge doesn't have an engineer. I will figure out how to learn Pro Tools and
find a need and fill it,
and I'll fill it. You know what I'm saying? And then it was like, and then I said, what's the next move that we need to do? Oh shit, we need to shoot music videos.
And then nigga became God.
Oh shit, and then I was like, shout out to Mids. Oh, Mids got a camera that he can get from his school for free because he's in his final semester and he has a film course. Boom, let's get that camera, and then we start working through that. And I learned how to edit. I taught myself all of these things, and none of this would be possible without human innovation, man. None of this would be possible with what exists in this world and the ability for me to learn, bro. Because listen, me reading a manual, I might have given up. But me watching a YouTube video, I might have been like, this is easy. Let's figure this out.
But don't forget that your soul and your heart and your inspiration and you knowing like, damn, if I could bring this to the table right now, bro, it would be so lit. And you had that fixation in your mind of like, I need to become that great director. I need to become that great visualist. Like, I feel it in me. That's a part of also you as a human in your body.
But one thing that I've come to the realization now at this point in my life is that I'm at the stage where I don't want to be pigeonholed as one thing. I don't want to be labeled as a director.
You don't make it like that. You don't make it from one thing. You make it from 10 different things. It's not even aiming towards the same goal.
It's me wanting to enjoy the fruits of my labor and what this life has to offer. And there's no way that I'm going to sit here at when I was 22 and I picked up a camera for the first time. There's no way that I'm going to say, yo, this is where it all ends for me. This is the rest of my life. There's so many other things I want to explore.
No, the camera ends up a million.
There's so many other things I want to explore, man. And so I'll never let me be labeled or be pigeonholed as one thing. I'm on a quest to do different things. I reached out to you. I reached out to both of y'all. I said, yo, we need to do a podcast. Yeah. And let's just do it, bro. Because there's nothing more important to me than human connection. Like talking, having these conversations, growing from it, learning, embedding certain ideas in each other's minds.
That's where you thrive.
But I mean, everybody has that stepping stool, though. Yeah, everyone has, like, when a nigga sells crack, he doesn't say, yo, my nigga, I want to sell crack the rest of my life. Nah, I want to sell crack so that I can then invest into the things I really want to do. Then when I invest into that one thing, I may want to invest in something bigger than that.
Bro,
I want... You know what I'm saying? It's like, at the end of the day, bro, all I want is to be your bae. I don't want to wife you. Nah, I don't want to be, bro. I want to be.
I want is labor.
I want to be the greatest rapper of all time. But now it's different. You heard, Cam?
All I want are labors.
I want to be the greatest rapper of all time, bro.
I love that.
I want to be known as that. I want bar for bar to be like, yo, bro, no one can fuck with you bar for bar. But nowadays, it's so different of doing that that I bring old school shit to the new school. You feel what I'm talking about? I do old school shit in a new school way. You feel what I'm talking about? I'm trying to give them the essence in a new way. Right. Instead of giving them some shit that's straight online, I'm gonna give these niggas USBs and shit. And you know what I'm saying? Like, gives you that old school feel of tapes almost, bro.
The melting
I'm gonna give you a USB that looks like a tape. And it's like, damn, son, like now I'm feeling like I'm back in the days. It's bar for bar Oregon.
Fellas, you know I appreciate this love. I appreciate this day, this conversation.
Podcast is over?
I think we should cut it, man. I think we've been yapping.
Gods have that sometimes.
Thank you for joining us on another episode. Hope you learned something.
Smooth talking like
I'm gonna smooth talk like a
Kiss FM.
My name is Dan.
This is Kiss FM.
You learn something.
Listen to that grovel in my voice.
Everybody,
all right, y'all.
We are your role models.
Good looking. Don't cut the cameras. Good looking
models of role.
Okay, cut the cameras.